The following is an exclusive presentation of Pirate Radio, the voice of the pirate nation. Welcome to Pirate Radio Live.
You can paint this one purple.
Now live from the Pirate Radio studios in the heart of the pirate nation, here is your host, Clip Brock.
Hello, everyone. Welcome in to Pirate Radio Live on a Monday. Clip Brock here with you inside the Pirate Radio studios, coming to you on Pirate Radio 92.7 FM in Greenville, 104.1 in Washington. We're on 1250, 930 online, pr927fm.com. And you can watch the show. We are streaming live on Facebook Live and YouTube Live. Subscribe to Pirate Radio TV so you can watch this program, The Brian Bailey Show, every Monday. All of our post-game press conferences and Zooms, like the Zoom we had with Cliff Godwin earlier today. Got some ECU baseball news and notes to discuss on today's show. Got a lot of football and hoops to talk about as well, and we will do it coming up at 3:30 with Double B, Brian Bailey. He'll join us on the he'll join us in the Pirate Radio studios today coming up at 3:30, so stick around for that. Ronnie Woodward will drop by at 4 o'clock. We'll get his thoughts on what Cliff Godwin had to say earlier today, talk some Pirate hoops as well, as Ronnie will be heading over to Minges Coliseum, ECU and SMU going at it at 5 o'clock today. We will preview that one for you. The big man on campus, Jeff Nadu, has been on a hot streak in college basketball. We'll ask him about ECU, SMU, and talk college hoops and more with the big man on campus. And Troy D will be here in the third hour, gloating about his correct Super Bowl bet. He had the Bucks, I had the Chiefs. It went Troy's way, and it's going to be a rough hour 3 for me coming up later on.
Not too late to do a 2-hour show, Clip.
There's Ellerbe here. I might need you for some backup, Ellerbe.
You just gotta hold it strong, and then everybody gets lucky every now and again, and Troy D basically got lucky.
He did.
And who made the pick first? Did he pick the Bucks, or did you pick the Chiefs? Were you painted? Was he forced?
I'll give him credit. He was on the Chiefs side or the Bucks side of things from the start.
Well,
because the reason it's going to be even worse, he knows two players on Tampa Bay, Tom Brady and Gronk.
He knows more players on the Bucks than he does the Bears.
I don't know if he knows Gronk has an actual name. Rob Gronkowski.
Oh, you told him.
I think he just knows Gronk. And, he was talking it up, Brady and Gronk. I was like, Gronk hadn't done anything all year. What about, and Gronk has a monster game. So, I'm going to get killed in hour 3.
Yeah.
But that's the way it goes.
I liked how earlier in the office he was kind of harassing you, and you were like, and he was like, no, save it for the air. And he
I didn't do anything.
And he brought it up in the office. He was like, no. After he spoke to you, then he was like, no, save it for the air.
I've got nothing to say.
Yes.
I'm not saying anything on the air, off the air. It's all on him.
Yes, so that should be an entertaining hour 3.
Yeah, that's coming up later on in the show. A lot of people mopey today. Football is done. There's no more football. Not so fast, my friend. Brian Bailey had a fantastic edition of the Brian Bailey Show, went around Pitt County as high school football practice begins today. And Ellerbe, coming up Saturday, 7 o'clock, ESPN Plus, little college football action. McNeese State versus Tarleton State. That's coming up Saturday at 7. And then the following week, there's a ton of FCS games.
Oh, the Bud Light pregame tailgate back this Saturday for FCS football?
Well, crank it up. McNeese State Cowboys, and I could not tell you what Tarleton State's mascot is.
Can you tell me where either one of those schools reside? What state or city? Either one of them. Because I do not know. I'm asking because I do not know.
McNeese State is a tricky one. I'm going to say Texas.
All right, so these are perhaps Texas FCS football.
Son of a gun. It's in Louisiana.
What about, what was the other school?
I don't know
Tarleton?
anything about Tarleton State. Let's first find their mascot.
I think I think Texas would be a good guess, but I wonder what state is.
Oh, wow. Ellerbe, I'm going to say that they are in Texas because their mascot is the Texans.
So, that would make sense.
There you go. How about this, Ellerbe? The countdown to kickoff. 5 days, 4 hours. We're getting ready for some football.
And this is on the Plus?
This is on the Plus.
Saturday at 7.
7 Eastern, I believe. So get ready for that. Football never over, folks.
It really isn't. I mean, since the evolution really of the NFL Network and spring football signing day, I mean, the football is 12 months. I mean, and now with this crazy year we've had, it's definitely going to be 12 months with high school planning. And one of the things that got glazed over all last week, and it was so awesome that East Carolina had a huge basketball win right around the same time, was signing day. I mean,
it was the quietest signing day ever,
especially here in Greenville. And we usually cover East Carolina like, we're on top of everything, and there's usually a press conference and all this other stuff. But it was like you didn't even know East Carolina had a signing day or if there was anything going on. So
and part of that too, they did almost all of their signing really in December.
Oh, I know,
yeah.
and that's part of it too. That's changed over the last few years too. But so anyway, we'll still have football. D.H. Conley football scheduled to be back here on Pirate Radio starting February the 26th.
There you go. We were asking about that earlier today.
Yes, we are the home of the Vikings yet again this year. We're just keeping our fingers crossed that everything will stay in check, and we will have D.H. Conley football back. I believe a 7-game regular season, and then hopefully some postseason football for Nate Connor and the Vikings.
You can hear from Nate Connor coming up at 6:00 today on the Brian Bailey Show. Will Bland, Todd Leip, Andy Tu, all the coaches around the area joining Brian Bailey on the show today. Scott Gardner as well from Farmville Central. So if you missed it at noon and you want to get your football fix because it's still happening, you can do that at 6:00 on the Brian Bailey Show. Ellerbe, bit of a and again, I had the Chiefs, so I'm just calling it a dud of a Super Bowl. I will say that the Chiefs like to get down and come back, so even at halftime I felt pretty good. Even in the third quarter, it was about probably almost the end of the third quarter before I finally said, they're just not going to score tonight. Like, this game's over. And kudos to the Bucs, man. That defense was fantastic last night.
The Bucs got it done, and I was shocked that there was a streaker in the Super Bowl.
Just with all the regulations and everything? I
think that was the biggest shocker to me out of 25,000
Not
people.
Mahomes having no touchdown passes or the biggest shocker of the night was a streaker was allowed to get on the field.
That 25,000 people got in the stadium and that someone would jump on the field as a streaker, and I think that's got to be a prop bet going forward. Will there be a streaker? Because I remember I went to the Super Bowl in 2004 when the Panthers and the Patriots played, and there was the Janet Jackson incident at halftime, but right after that, there was a streaker that got on the field in that game, and I wonder if that's the last time there's been a streaker in the Super Bowl. But I thought last night with security and a number of people that I guess it's just proof no matter where there can be an idiot in anywhere.
If you want it enough, kids, you can do anything in life
and get arrested,
including become a streaker. Surely we have audio of that because the TV networks they don't like a streaker. They will shy away from it. They'll pull the cameras away. They won't even really talk about it.
I thought Romo and Nance were kind of enjoying it. They were ready to do a little play-by-play, but they had to go to commercial break.
But not as much as Kevin Harlan, the best in the business. Ellerbe, this is his time to shine. This is not the first time he's done this. And he and Kurt Warner had another classic call on Westwood One and on Pirate Radio last night. And here's how that sounded.
Second down, 20, 5:03 to go. Someone has run on the field. Some guy with a bra. And now he's not being chased. He's running down the middle of the 40. Arms in the air in a victory salute. He's pulling down his pants. Put up your pants, my man. Pull up those pants. He's being chased to the 30. He breaks a tackle from a security guard. The 20, down the middle, the 10, the 5. He slides at the 1, and they converge on him at the goal line. Pull up your pants. Take off the bra and be a man. And the players with hands on hips at the other end of the field are looking at him and shaking their head and saying, why, oh why, is this taking place in a Super Bowl?
And Kevin, if you're going to run that far, get into the end zone. Don't slide at the 1. You got to score once you got on the field. Get into the end zone, my man.
Lord, now they're cuffing him. But pull up his drawers, whatever you do. 5:03 to go, timeout on the field.
Kevin Harlan and Kurt Warner really upset at the streaker not getting in the end zone there.
Yeah, love pull up your pants. There's a man with a bra on the field.
My favorite part is the fact that he basically pulled a quarterback move and gave up his body at the 1 yard line. I mean,
Die.
yeah,
You
you
gotta
gotta die
dive.
for that. You gotta make that worth it.
Yeah, just I thought that was a shocking development and the really part that was disappointing because I agree with you. The game from a close perspective was a dud, and it was extending my bedtime at that point too, with the streaker being on the field. But kudos to Tom Brady and the Buccaneers. Another ring for Brady and
another one.
And how about Chucky got it done for the Bucs, and so did Brady.
Chucky and Brady. A match made in heaven. And Bruce Arians, I mean, oldest coach to win a Super Bowl now, passing Bill Belichick. By the way, Bill Belichick, his thoughts with Brady going to Gronk time after time.
I know reporters have to be licking their chops to whenever the first Zoom call is going to be for the Patriots this year of Media Day, and asking about how he can get back and win another Super Bowl. And I find it funny too that, and you don't hear it much, but that some people that either tweet or post or say it on radio or television that no doubt about it that Tom Brady is the GOAT now. Like now,
Yeah.
I'm like, what was there? Like, if they had a law, I mean, it's he's undisputable even before the game. So certainly, I mean, just amazing. The and I thought the other stat that watching the game last night, JPP is undefeated in the playoffs. Of course, he had the run with the Giants and now with the Buccaneers, and I thought that was a cool stat. I think either Romo or Nance threw out there. And then,
did you see him before the game? Did you watch any of the lead up to the Super Bowl?
Off and on, and I did see a little bit of a story with his fingers.
Did you see the interview with him? Like he did it almost like a WWE wrestler or a boxer, where he was like, I'm going for Super Bowl number 2. Nobody's going to stop me. Man, this is going to be fun. We're going to get after Mahomes. Like, it was almost like, and I don't think anybody would have pointed to it after the game. Like, JPP talked a big game and didn't back it up, but he, like, almost guaranteed his victory. And I was like, man, this guy is way too confident, but he knew what that defense was going to do. Pat, did you see the stat about Mahomes, how many yards he ran before he threw the ball? It was like almost 500 yards, 400 yards.
Last night?
That he ran around behind the line of scrimmage because right when he got the snap, somebody was breaking through, coming after him. That defense was awesome.
He kind of reminded me of the scrambling ability and then throwing it like laying sideways. Reminded me a lot of a young Michael Vick. The way he used to be able to be elusive and just kind of get away and then make something happen. But he was impressive last night, even though he did have a bum foot.
How many times?
497 was the yards, by the way.
497 yards rushing before he could throw a pass. How many times was he like parallel to the ground and threw it on the money and his receivers dropped the ball, hit him in the helmet? Like, I'm not going to say, Pat Mahomes was great or anything, but man, if his receivers made plays, it could be a different game last night. Kelsey had a few big drops. So, Shirley, hook up with, you want to bring back Eddie King on the show, Ellerbe, because he had a heck of a day picking the game and props last week on Pirate Radio Live. Shirley will hook up with him, and then we'll play what he had. I did, luckily, so I was on the Chiefs. I was on Tails, Ellerbe, on the kickoff.
Failed you.
Tails failed, and I had the Ariel Epstein special of Pat Mahomes' second quarter touchdown pass. Well, he didn't have any touchdown passes. Mm-hmm. Luckily, I loaded up on Travis Kelce overs to salvage my night. So I came out like just a tad below zero there. But overall, not a fantastic night. Travis Kelce really helped me with a huge game. Eddie King was also on Kelce. In fact, let's hear Shirley what Eddie King had to say on last Monday's edition of Pirate Radio Live.
I just can't bet against Tampa Bay, and I have my reasoning for it if you'd like to know. My reasoning is this. The Chiefs, they were here that one game. They won 27-24. They absolutely destroyed Tampa in the first quarter. I think Tyreek Hill had 200-plus receiving yards. Mahomes went off the hook for 400 and something yards passing. But Tampa made it a close game at the end. And I think what Tampa really needs to do is, the receivers on Kansas City, right? It's the speed factor. Every while they're why they're so fast is because you can't give a guy like Tyreek Hill 10 yards off the line of scrimmage and expect this guy not to run by you. They're gonna get up there. They're gonna be physical with them at the line to slow these guys down, to slow the timing down, They got to keep Kelsey in check. I like Tampa plus the 3 points. The over/under on Travis Kelsey catches, I think, is 6.5. Off the top of my head, I would take the over on that. I think Leonard Fournette rushing yards, he's going to go over. Tampa did a pretty smart thing this year. They kept kind of Fournette in mothballs. And, they let Ronald Jones get beat up, and Fournette's he's looking pretty fresh in the playoffs.
Eddie King there, Travis Kelsey 10 for 133, Leonard Fournette 89 rushing yards, and of course the Bucks win outright. I believe he was on the under too, Ellerbe, and 31-9. That is a nice sweep from Eddie King, who is going to join us once again right now, Ellerbe.
Yeah, let's go out to the Fixed NC Live line. And Eddie, you are the king of Super Bowl predictions this year. Yet again, congratulations. How are you doing?
I'm doing great, guys, and Ellerbe, and thanks for having me on again. Yeah, I mean, I was just listening to myself, and I think I hit them all.
Yep.
It sounded like you were in the coach's room leading up to the game. I mean, you pretty much nailed what they were going to do defensively. And my buddy, who's a Bucs fan, CW, came on Friday. I thought he made a good point. He said, how often do you see the team with the best offensive line and defensive line go into the game as an underdog? And I was like, you might be onto something there. And, Eddie, that Bucs defense dominated last night.
Oh, your buddy was right. The Bucs defense definitely dominated. They made Mahomes look kind of pedestrian, and the offensive line they beat the living daylights out of the Chiefs. And I know, people were, thinking that, Chiefs -3, they're a lock to win, they're unstoppable. But, people didn't realize that the Bucs coming into this game were 7-0. They hadn't lost since right before their bye week, So, if the defensive plan that Todd Bowles put in place, I don't know why he didn't use it when he was a Jets head coach, but, it was obvious they took away Mahomes' first read, and when they did, he really looked lost. And the whole Chiefs team looked lost. So it's probably tough to watch if you're a Chiefs fan.
Eddie, when I was watching the game, I saw a team that looked like they won their division and went 14-2. Looked like a wild card team that had played on the road and just run out of steam. And the roles were really reversed last night. The Bucs were energized, playing at home for the first time, and the Chiefs looked like a team that had just barely made the playoffs and just had a great run but ran out of steam. And I just felt like I don't know what the real story was of why it wasn't close, but just hats off to Bruce Arians. And was it Tom Brady or Bruce Arians?
It was Todd Bowles, I think. That defensive scheme he put together for the Super Bowl for that game yesterday was obviously spot on. The Chiefs, I don't know if they looked flat. I don't know what, I think they might have come in there a little overconfident, I think. And, I was at the stadium yesterday beforehand. I think I sent you some pictures. I might have seen maybe 10 or 15 people in Chiefs jerseys, and this was a straight up home game. That's about all I could say about that. And even inside, it was a straight up home game. And again, you took away Tyreek Hill. The running game for the Chiefs wasn't good. I know Mahomes is a little banged up, and I heard somebody trying to make excuses today about, Mahomes was on one foot and the O-line was missing 2 of the tackles. And I said, wait a second, these guys get paid a lot of money to play a violent game. They often play hurt. That's no excuse. They got beat on both sides of the ball. I mean, physically beat up on both sides of the ball.
Eddie, you live down in Tampa. What's the mood in the city today? And you said, I remember you sent me some pictures. It was like $200 to park at the stadium for the Super Bowl. What's been the mood like the last 24 hours, and especially today in the city?
I mean, last night it was great after the game. Obviously, even where I live, they had fireworks going off. People are excited. Starting to call it Tampa Bay, and I'm thinking about moving somewhere else. But no, I'm joking. But it's exciting. I mean, look, they had the Lightning win. I'm not going to say they because I live here. So we had the Lightning win. I'm not a Lightning fan. We had the Bucks win. Just imagine had the Rays won the World Series. I mean, that would have been a clean sweep. But it's exciting. I mean, Tampa Bay hasn't won the Super Bowl since 2002. When they beat the Raiders, but it's exciting. Now it's just Now they're already talking about next year and how good this team is, and I really believe that a lot of people didn't realize, and I said it last week, and your buddy said it, how often do you see a team with the best O-line and best D-line be an underdog? I don't think people really got to see how good this team was over the last 2.5 months. I think people's memory of the Buccaneers was Monday Night Football and the Saints going up 31-0, I think by halftime, whatever that debacle was. And, a lot of people just, and I said it, the line's not going to move. The over-under went down actually 1.5 points. And that should have been a message right there to everybody else, is that something is up with this.
Eddie, if you were betting $100 today on the Chiefs or the Bucs to be back in the Super Bowl next year, who would you pick?
I'd pick the Buccaneers.
Well, I'm looking at the odds right now. Ellerbe, I was going to bring that up while Eddie's hot. Let's go ahead and get a bet in for next year. Chiefs are plus 600, Packers plus 900. Then you got the Bucs at plus 1,000, the Ravens plus 1,200 with the Bills, the Rams, Niners after that. So, Eddie, you say Brady and the Bucs once again?
Well, I think it could be. I think you're going to see the Bucs again. It's so hard to predict because of injuries. You never know what happens during the season. And obviously, coming off, I'm going to say today the Bucs. The Bucs could play the Chiefs again, or you never know. Listen, the Patriots can actually go out and get themselves a quarterback, and it could be Brady against Belichick.
That would be the ultimate in Los Angeles next year in that new stadium. The storylines, and if things are back to normal with media being on site and teams being there all week, that would be very interesting for sure.
And I believe they play in the regular season next year in New England, if I'm not mistaken. Brady making his return up there, so that'll be huge.
And that, by the way, you just brought up a great point. The Chiefs didn't get to Tampa. I think they got here Friday night or Saturday. So, this is a whole different year. But the Buccaneers, they're for real. But they have issues. They still have they have to re-sign Shaq Barrett, Levante David. Then they decide what to do with Fournette and Antonio Brown. And you don't want to let Tom Brady be a lame duck quarterback next year. Obviously, I see them re-signing him. The guy wants to play until he's 50, which I think is absolutely ridiculously incredible. So I can't see why the Bucs wouldn't be considered one of the top teams. They're coming out of the NFC, and a lot of teams are going to have. If you look at the NFC West or the South, where the Bucs are in, Saints, no Drew Brees. Falcons, not a real good team. So I can't see why the Buccaneers wouldn't do it again. At least get back to it.
Eddie, how much stock do you put into the distractions around Andy Reid and his son with the crash right before the Super Bowl, of how that may have affected the Chiefs and maybe their play on Sunday?
That's definitely a terrible situation that happened. And I was watching something last night. I think it was Chris Berman. Where he said that. The players see the coach hurting, so the players are hurting. I think that if it affected anyone, it affected Andy Reid. The players are the players. They know they have a game to play, and they have a way of compartmentalizing things where, they just put it. They put it in a box and then they come back to it later. They have to go out and play. I mean, a lot of teams have played after tragic situations have happened. Sometimes they come out okay, sometimes they don't. And I can't even guess to know what the effect was on the whole team, but I'm sure it definitely affected Andy Reid. It had to, right?
Oh, absolutely. I don't really watch mannerisms much, but there's certainly a lot of tension on you when you're coming to the stadium and this and that. And it just seemed like the man behind the mask was really hurting. And everybody around him had to feel that. And there had to be some tension, and just felt like a lot of things were off with the Chiefs. As I said, a team that really only lost one game because they didn't play their starters in week 17. They just didn't seem like the team that was the dominant Chiefs team. And of course, Mahomes was not at 100%, but still, for them not to score a touchdown, there seemed more to the story. But certainly, all the credit needs to go to Brady and the Bucs.
Yeah, that's for sure. And you're right. There is a lot more to the story. For sure, Andy Reid had to be hurting, and I'm sure the Chiefs players felt for him. But again, they still, it's unfortunate. They have to go out and play a game. This is, this is the Super Bowl. I mean, there's no doubt it had some effect, but I wouldn't rule that as the sticking point. I said that to somebody today. As terrible as it is, they just got beat up. Period. You saw it even in the first half with all the penalties, the offsides penalties, the holding penalties. I mean, how many chances do you think you can give, Brady to come back and and make plays? Look, I think one of the biggest decisions of the game that turned it around, and people forget that the Bucks got stopped at the 1 yard line also, but one of the biggest decisions of the game was calling timeout with, 33 for a minute left when the Bucks were 3rd and 2. Yeah. And at the end of the first half, I think that was a terrible, terrible decision because that stopped the clock. Then you had the pass interference, and the next thing you know, 33 seconds left, and you're giving Brady a shot to the end zone right there.
Eddie, 100% agree. Congratulations. Thanks for your great picks last week. We'll maybe check back with you towards March Madness and get out your crystal ball. Maybe you can work some magic for your listeners in in our world, up here, the gambling world.
You got it, guys. Listen, I appreciate the time, and stay safe and stay well, all right?
All right. Eddie King from Tampa, Florida with the 4-0 against the spread.
Great sweep.
Yeah, prop picks, all sorts of good stuff there. Thanks to Eddie joining us and nailing it. Good stuff.
I wish I'd have taken all of his advice. I was on Kelsey, catches and yards. Did not take the others, though. Ellerbe.
Well, there's always next year. And I forgot to mention, too, I know an hour 3 is coming up. Good job by Troy D with his E-Trade commercial.
What did I miss? I missed that.
You didn't see the
best around?
Yeah. That was him working the dumbbells and stuff, wasn't it? So
that's right.
When he gets here in hour 3, if I don't see him, I meant to congratulate him earlier on him making a Super Bowl commercial.
I didn't. Did anything stand out to you, good or bad, from the commercials?
I thought that one was kind of funny. I thought there were some that were good, some that were, there was good moments to get up and go to the bathroom and get a snack. Yeah. There was you didn't really miss anything. And then
did you enjoy the weekend?
I didn't love it, didn't hate it, but it was entertaining for me and my family as we sat on the couch, and I thought it was.
My wife and daughter are weekend fans. Yeah, I found out over the weekend. Ironically,
I didn't think I'm not a huge halftime critic, but I would watch it again for the amount of money I paid for it. I would go for it. So
there you go. All right, we'll take a timeout. We will come back. Brian Bailey has posted some video of high school football practice happening. As yes, folks, it is February, and they are cranking up high school football practice. He had a great edition of the Brian Bailey Show where he talked to all the area coaches. We'll talk high school football, ECU hoops, Super Bowl, and a lot more with Double B Brian Bailey when we return on Pirate Radio Live after this.
You've worked hard to start your business and are working even harder to make it successful. That's when it's most important to have a community bank and a local banker in your corner. This is Eric Clark from Select Bank and Trust. Our team of local bankers care about you, our customer, and the communities in which we all live and serve together. As the business and economic conditions of 2020 threw you many curveballs, our team at Select Bank and Trust remains steadfast in being responsive to your ever-changing needs. In 2021, choose Select Bank and Trust. Bank local, bank select, member FDIC.
A car wash experience like no other is here at the new Tommy's Express. You'll enjoy a gentle belt conveyor ride through our bright, inviting wash as luscious foams and soft cloths treat your car like new. After a final rinse, wax, and blow dry for a beautiful spot-free shine in just about 3 minutes, help yourself to our free vacuums and mat washers. We're Tommy's Express.
Tommy's Express Wash, now open on the corner of Greenville Boulevard and Red Banks Road in Greenville.
UBE and PirateWear.com are proud to offer the Pirate Nation its largest inventory ever. Brand new Adidas is arriving daily, along with Under Armour, Columbia, and Russell Athletic. UBE is loaded with cargo, and new items are being added daily to PirateWear.com. Be sure to check out our children's store, The Crow's Nest, for all of your young pirates. UBE and PirateWear.com, an ECU tradition for 50 years. Go Pirates!
Hey Pirate fans, it's time to get your yard done right with the new John Deere mower from Quality Equipment. Our premium lawn care lineup is what every homeowner needs this spring. A John Deere will change the way you mow with easy-to-use attachments, effortless steering, and intuitive controls. Right now, save up to $700 on X300, X500, and X700 series mowers. Learn more at QualityEquip.com and get quality done right. Offer ends 3/1/21. Some restrictions apply. See dealer for details.
With Domino's Carside Delivery, you can carry out any 3-topping pizza for just $7.99 without leaving your car. So you don't have to interrupt your kid's favorite song.
And we'll all be friends just for one day.
You can interrupt this, actually.
Next time you carry out 3-topping pizzas for $7.99 each, try Domino's Carside Delivery. Just pull up to the store, check in online, and Domino's will bring your food to you contact-free. Carry out only. You must ask for this limited time offer. Prices, participation, and charges may vary. Excludes XL and specialty pizzas. Crust availability varies by size. Message and data rates may apply when using Domino's Carside Delivery.
Hey, Eastern North Carolina, this is Miles Minges. And this is Landon Minges with Minges Bottling Group. We are proud to announce that Pepsi is once again the official soft drink of the ECU Pirates. That's right, Miles. Our family's purple and gold roots run deep. From founding members of the Pirate Club, alumni, and even a team physician, our support over the last 60 years has never wavered. We are Pirates. We're excited to be back at ECU and are honored to serve our great customers throughout Eastern North Carolina. Not only is this the birthplace of Pepsi-Cola, this is our home. Cheers, Pirate Nation. I like the sound of that. Support local, drink local, stay safe, and drink Pepsi.
Great food, great atmosphere, and great service is Ottavola Market Cafe. Ottavola is simply a restaurant that focuses on that, being a great restaurant. There's something for everyone at Ottavola. The menu offers a variety of great choices like pastas, pizzas, sandwiches, soups, salads, and seasonal rotating selections. Lunch or dinner, Ottavola is always the right call. Call ahead and get Ottavola to go, or stop by the bar for a drink with friends. It's simple. Come and eat at Ottavola Market Cafe, Red Banks Road next to Food Lion, and OttavolaMarket.com. Ottavola, Pirates supporting Pirates.
UBE and PirateWear.com are proud to offer the Pirate Nation its largest inventory ever. Brand new Adidas is arriving daily, along with Under Armour, Columbia, and Russell Athletic. UBE is loaded with cargo, and new items are being added daily to PirateWear.com. Be sure to check out our children's store, The Crow's Nest, for all of your young pirates. UBE and PirateWear.com, an ECU tradition for 50 years. Go Pirates!
This is ECU Assistant Football Coach Roy Tesh, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 1 of Pirate Radio Live. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Come experience the difference at Tommy's Express Car Wash, now open at the corner of Greenville Boulevard and Red Banks Road. Doesn't your car deserve it? Well, visit Tommy's Express Car Wash today. Now let's head back in to Pirate Radio Live. Here's your host, Clip Brock.
All right, welcome back into PRL on a Monday still to come. Got Ronnie Woodward. He'll join me in the Pirate Radio studios to talk some Pirate baseball, as by this time next week we'll be in game week for ECU baseball. Got the big man on campus, Jeff Nadu, joining us as well later on in the show, and Troy D coming up in the 5 o'clock hour. And right now we'll welcome on Double B, Brian Bailey, to the show. And what's up, B?
Got a little Super Bowl hangover, I guess.
Yeah, Super Bowl hangover, especially if you were on the wrong side of some picks, as I was. But football season isn't ending, Bailey. It's just starting.
It's just beginning.
Just getting cranked up. Great edition of the Brian Bailey Show earlier today at noon. If you missed it, check it out at 6 o'clock. Bailey went around Pitt County, talked to the head coaches that are getting ready to, believe it or not, begin football practice today, right? The practice has begun.
First practice February 8th, opening night February 26th. And really, you know, the guys that have waited so long to play their high school football season, it's going to be a short season, 7 regular season games and then the playoffs, but at least we get a chance to see some football. And, you know, and part of me is like, what are we doing? And part of me is like, I can't wait. It's going to be so much fun because we'll have Pirate baseball because we know they're going to win a lot of games.
Yeah.
So we'll have, you know, people will be fired up about that. We'll have high school football on a Friday night. I mean, I think it's going to be a lot of fun.
There's a lot going on. In fact, if you're really a football junkie, FCS is about to get going in football. And this Saturday on ESPN Plus, you can watch McNeese State and Tarleton State play each other in a college football game.
What's the spread of that game?
I haven't seen it yet, but I'm sure I'll know by Saturday. But it's these crazy times. That's what's going on right now. So football season in the NFL ending last night. High school and some colleges about to get cranked up. Bailey, how about last night? I was on the Chiefs. You had the Bucks, right?
I did. I picked the Bucks, and I said I thought they would win it with their defense, and I had no idea what was going to transpire in that game. I really thought the defensive line for Tampa Bay was so good during the playoffs that they would continue that run. But I had people asking me Sunday, before the game started, hey, who are you picking? I'd say I'm picking Tampa Bay, but I'm not really sure about it at all. I didn't feel good about it.
I said the same thing. I'm on the Chiefs, but I'm not super confident about it.
I mean, it was.
My buddy, CW Bucks fan, came on Friday, and he said something that came to be prophetic. He said, how often do you see the team that has the best offensive line and defensive line as an underdog?
Yeah.
And they dominated the trenches both sides. We were talking about it earlier, Bailey. All the yards Patrick Mahomes ran behind the line of scrimmage just trying to get a pass off.
Yeah, ESPN had a stat that said 496 yards he ran, and he was running for his life, too. It wasn't like he was jogging around there.
You think about it, it seemed like 30 yards a pass. He'd run back 15 to the side 15 yards, and there was a man running free just about every time, and really, and I don't know, the quarterback's got to take some blame. I don't want to say it was all everybody but Mahomes' fault. But how many times did he put it right on the money?
He did.
After scrambling.
He had somebody in his face mask, didn't he? On one of those scrambles.
Dropped the ball.
Yeah.
And, the one at the back of the end zone where the guy about made the catch, like he was incredible. Didn't get a ton of help last night, but give it up for the Bucks. They looked like a complete football team.
Yeah, they did. And the over/under for Patrick Mahomes' touchdown passes was set at 2. I almost put the house on 2 because I really thought Mahomes would throw at least 3, maybe 4, and on a good day 5. And you
still have a house, right?
I still have a house. I'm smarter than that. Melissa lets me live there, just barely.
Good to know. Honestly, Bailey, you have to agree the team that played Tampa the best in the playoffs was the Washington football team.
And it happens a lot like that because you get a game early in the playoffs and it's a little bit of a struggle until they get rolling. I made the statement last week that it's not always the best team that wins the Super Bowl. It's the team that's playing the best football, the hottest team. And we think back to Tom Brady and all that was said about Brady coming to Tampa Bay, and Gronk was there, and they played New Orleans in that first game. Yeah, I remember it was a 4:25 Fox doubleheader game, and they got crushed.
Yeah.
And I think everybody was like, okay, well, they're not going to win the Super Bowl. And then
they haven't lost since December or something. They ran.
Weren't they 7-5 at one time? And they ran through. Yeah.
And what you just said too reminded me of the NCAA tournament. Even the Virginia Cavaliers, when they won it all. Was it Gardner Webb that the first game of the tournament had him on the ropes? But you see that a lot in basketball too, right? Where a team hits a buzzer beater or survives an upset and runs away.
It seems like every year in the tournament there's a game like that for the team that ends up winning it. And you go back to Virginia's run, they had like 3 or 4 of those games because they got lucky a couple of times.
Well, Bailey, I saw a stat that said the top 13 all-time winningest basketball programs are not in the top 25 this week. And that includes, of course, the teams in North Carolina, Kentucky, just all the blue bloods that we're used to seeing.
Kansas, maybe. They got beat, didn't they?
Yeah. We did see North Carolina knock off Duke in Cameron. That was a win. The announcers, Jay Billis was talking about it. Everybody watching the game was talking about it. It's so strange to see that rivalry with nobody there.
And I thought what Coach K said before the game, he said, he's really sincere, I think, when he says it. But he said, when you come out of your office, out of the locker room at Cameron Indoor for a game with Carolina, and that energy just slaps you right in the face, and you know the college basketball world is watching as you walk on that floor, and what a thrill it is, and how he and Roy had talked about, how honored they were to be a part of that rivalry and the programs involved. And I'm they're big rivals, but still, I think they have a lot of respect for one another. But that was a very different Duke Carolina game.
Well, you said it to me earlier today. You said you got to get to Minji's just to feel how weird it is.
You do. You really do.
Jaden Gardner kind of dribbling out the clock or whatever, handing the ball to the official after ECU's maybe biggest win ever in basketball.
Yeah, Pirates knock off 5th ranked Houston, and it was really surreal real because, nobody really celebrated. Jaden did say in the locker room, they had a lot of fun in the locker room, but, in this day of social distancing and trying to keep everybody safe, and that was the strangest end of a big upset like it was that I've ever seen.
And man, they nearly pulled another one on Saturday, toe-to-toe with the Memphis Tigers. Memphis hit the clutch shots down the stretch, but the Pirates were right there in that thing.
They were, and I think we're starting to see, these guys, they missed all the non-conference slate. Then they got into the conference slate, and then they started missing games, and Coach Dooley couldn't be around. But the last 2 games, they've played really good basketball, beating the 5th-ranked team in the country in Houston, and playing, with a Memphis team that beat them, 80-53?
Yeah,
in Greenville. So they just blew them out. So they played them really, really tough. Play SMU this afternoon. Then they got that afternoon matinee in Philadelphia on Thursday at noon, and then they play Saturday at noon.
And the AAC plays, and ECU's always played like the weekend, and they'll play Wednesday, maybe a Thursday every now and then. When's the last time they played on a Monday?
I know.
Is it when they won the CAA championship? It really could have been, right?
It could have been. They don't play on Mondays very often because just the way the schedule is usually set up. But yeah, that's an odd deal too.
Trying to get some revenge on SMU today. The Mustangs able to beat ECU to start the AAC season.
That was in mid-December, wasn't it?
That was a long time ago. And the Pirates trying to get them back today at just, around a 6-point spread. So ECU getting a little respect with the Mustangs coming to town. We're seeing Jaden, what is that now, 4 or 5 straight games with 20-plus points as he's really turned it on.
And he just missed a double-double. What did he go 9 rebounds with 23, I think. So, when Jaden's hitting that little shot that he's got, and he's really, really effective. And the Pirates just have to get some help for him. And against Houston, everybody helped. I mean, they had 5 players in double figures.
Yeah, we're able to get some help. Tonight, coming up in ACC action, it'll be North Carolina hosting Miami. I did see a tweet that a couple of Tar Heels, I want to say including Daron Sharp, might have been spotted out after the win over Duke.
Oh, really?
And now it could
That's
be
what we need.
Yeah, right. So that was
the whole campus was on
Franklin Street.
Yeah,
it appeared. Well. But I don't know, just something to keep an eye on there. You got to love the contact tracing and all that stuff. Cliff Godwin talked about that on the Zoom earlier today in regards to ECU baseball. Sometimes it's not about the who has COVID, it's who have you been around, and that could wipe out your whole bullpen or pitching staff or whatever. Again, Bailey, you say you don't know if you're coming or going. Like, where is ECU baseball on your radar right now? Because it's coming up next week.
Well, they'll always be at the top, Cliff Godwin. I hope you hear that. But it's just going to be so odd because high school football is so very important. And high school football was important to Cliff Godwin when he played it in Green Central. So, I mean, he was one of those guys that played all sports. So
are you trying to remind him of that?
I am, certainly, because he'll tune it on. As far as Channel 9's plans are concerned, we're going to plan on doing a 2 or 2:30, maybe 3-minute sportscast between 15 and 20 after the hour on Friday nights, and then at 20 after we'll start our Touchdown Friday show. So we'll go 15 minutes with Touchdown Friday. So usually we go a 30-minute show, but there's just not with nothing else going on in college football with East Carolina not playing, because we usually have a block previewing their game and that kind of thing with Coach Houston and stuff. So we'll have that. But and one of the things, and I really didn't think about this until one of the coaches said, we want the players to feel like it is a real season. Mm-hmm. And without a show like Touchdown Friday and the illustrations with their shows, I mean, it kind of takes away from what they're doing. So I'm just looking forward to it.
Yeah, it should be a lot of fun. And you should. When is the high school season kickoff one more time, Bailey?
February 26th.
And
last
ECU,
Friday in February.
They'll be on the road that Friday, so you won't have to worry about covering a game. Yeah. The following Friday, they play at 4 o'clock. So you can hit everything.
There you go. We'll hit it all.
Baseball, go to your hoops, your football after. Now I'm confused.
No one's got a busy day that day, doesn't he?
Yes, he does. Sorry, Nolan. Here's the story I was talking about earlier. Armando Bacot and Daron Sharp, I guess, were maskless at a gathering after the game, and now they're what are they going to do tonight? They have a game tonight. It's a quick turnaround.
Yeah, they do.
So they're going to be able to play. Are they going to be quarantined? I don't know, but this is in the News and Observer. So there you go. It's part of the story in 2021.
Yeah, you feel bad as far as that goes because it was a win over a rival, and that's what college kids do. Somebody said, well, the Duke kids would have done the same thing. I'm like, yeah, they probably would have.
Oh, yeah.
They've been out there celebrating the win. So,
Oh, well, it is what it is. Bailey, great show coming up, though, if you missed it at noon as you go around Pitt County. And it was great to hear. Your email fired me up. You always say, coming up on the Brian Bailey Show, we're going to do this. Football just ended last night. You got the Super Bowl hangover, and then you see Bailey's email. Hey, we're talking football.
Yeah. And the coaches, it was weird because, as you know, doing the pregame show, when you're trying to space everybody out in certain time slots, but to a man, everybody I asked to do it, they were like, I can do it. Nick Connor said, I can do it right at noon. Perfect. Will Blanche, I can do it about 12:10, 12:15. Perfect. He worked out. Coach Tube worked out. I mean, they all just kind of fit in that slot. Coach Gardner was the easiest one. He said, anytime you'll want me. And Coach Leip said, I got to do it late. So it worked out perfect.
It was a win.
Yeah,
a definite W on the Brian Bailey Show. Check it out coming up 6 o'clock after Pirate Radio Live. Bailey, thanks for hanging out, man.
Anytime.
I guess we'll have some Pirate highlights coming up. What else is on the docket this week for WNCT?
We'll have a bunch of highlights of the first practices going on today. Then we'll have ECU SMU highlights, and then we'll start. We'll have some Cliff Godwin from his press conference from earlier today on late night tonight, and
something for everybody.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, it's really, in some ways it really stunk not playing in the fall, but in some ways it's going to be a spring like none other.
That is true. Jim Nance.
Exactly.
Double B, Brian Bailey, thanks for joining us, B, and we will see you again next Monday, and also have the Brian Bailey Show coming up tonight at 6 o'clock. We will take a time out, come back, look over at the Shirley Rhodes News Desk, the Glenn Griffin News Desk, and the Clip Rock News Desk. We'll catch up on what's going on today in the world of sports news. Ronnie Woodward set to join us at 4 o'clock. We'll wrap up hour number one of Pirate Radio Live after this.
Your CBD store in Greenville has the highest quality CBD products in the country. Your CBD store is the first and only brand that carries USDA certified organic products such as gummies, honey sticks, and high absorption water soluble liquids, which are all made in the United States. They even offer products for your pet. The educated staff will help you answer any questions, and you can stop in anytime to get a free sample. Your CBD store, locally owned and operated, open Monday through Saturday 10 to 6, right beside Duck Donuts in Greenville.
University PC Care has been busier than ever repairing personal PC and Mac computers and iPhones during this pandemic. And we thank you for your support. Now, with everyone streaming and doing work from school and home, you may have discovered that your home Wi-Fi just isn't cutting it. It may be time to upgrade your home network, and University PC Care can help. To make a network assessment appointment and discover upgrade options that fit your home, go to talktowilliam.com or learn more at universitypccare.com.
This is what you want. This is how you get it. For less during Bostic Sugg Furniture's President's Day sale. Beautiful furniture at historic savings up to 15% off. All in stock. Custom orders, bedding, and clearance up to 15% off. Plus 12 months special financing or 60 months special financing. Step up to better sleep on a comfortable Restonic mattress and get a free box spring. It's a President's Day sale not to be missed. Going on now at Bostic Sugg Furniture.
Have you heard the news? American Airlines is back and has resumed service at Pitt Greenville Airport. Reservations are available now at AA.com. Whether you're flying for business or for pleasure, enjoy the friendly convenience of flying from your local airport to get you where you're going and then home again safely. For your next trip, remember, American Airlines is back at PGV. Book today at AA.com. Pitt Greenville Airport, where the Pirates fly.
It's bow time. There's something special about the first bite of a Bojangles Cajun Filet biscuit, like an edible alarm clock that slaps you awake with bold Cajun flavor. The moment you sink your teeth into that soft, fluffy, made-from-scratch biscuit, then strike gold with a juicy piece of fried chicken, you'll know. Nothing beats the first bite, except the second first bite. Get a Cajun Filet biscuit combo for just $4.99. It's bow time.
This is Stephen Igo, publisher of HoistTheColors.net. Recruiting is the lifeblood of any college sports program, and no one devotes more coverage to the future of ECU athletics than Hoist the Colors. Want to know who's going to be the next Holton Ahlers or Jaden Gardner? We've got all the inside scoop on the Pirates' most talented recruits and top targets 24/7. Sign up now and get your first month of coverage for a single $1. HoistTheColors.net, the most reliable reporting on ECU athletics.
Let us help you get back to business.
This is Donald Stocks
and Justin Judge of PIP of Eastern North Carolina.
We're ready to assist your business with branded PPE. Would you like face masks with your logo? We can do that. Plus custom social distancing signage.
Now is the time to ramp up your marketing efforts. Whether it's cutting edge, contactless, touchless marketing, or traditional direct mail, we can do it all.
We are PIP of Eastern North Carolina.
There's no better time to drive away with a quality pre-owned car, truck, or SUV from Greenville Auto World. Greenville Auto World is your authorized rough country dealer. We specialize in lift and leveling kits along with custom wheel packages. Whether you're looking for ground clearance or enhancing the appearance of your vehicle, trust our team for your off-road experience. Greenville Auto World, 3840 South Charles Boulevard across from Hardee's at Bell's Fork, or online at greenvilleautoworld.net.
Pirate Radio.
We are not coming together to just be average. We want to build a program that will year in and year out compete for the American Athletic Conference Championship and compete nationally against any and everybody.
The voice of the Pirate Nation. You're listening to Hour 1 of Pirate Radio Live. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. For the latest breaking news, interesting stories, and awesome contests that can make you a winner, be sure to follow Pirate Radio on our social media on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at PR927FM. Join the close to 50,000 followers today at PR927FM. Now let's head back in to Pirate Radio Live. Here's your host, Clip Brock.
All right, welcome back to Hour 1 of Pirate Radio Live. We'll wrap up this hour, and Ronnie Woodward will join us coming up at 4 o'clock. Jeff Nadu around 4:35. Troy D here in Hour 3 of today's edition of Pirate Radio Live. Let's see what's going on. And for the first time today, check out the Shirley Rhodes News Desk. And Shirley, what do you have for us on a Monday?
Well, a couple of the news and notes for ECU basketball. Of course, Jaden Gardner was selected as the AAC Player of the Week. He had a double-double in that win over Houston, 21 points, 15 rebounds. He's the third player in conference history to amass 30 career double-doubles with his league-leading 7th of the season, by the way. So there is your stat to consider.
The stat to consider.
There you go.
Jaden went on a stretch. Tulane, USF, Memphis, where he had 5, 10, and 10. It was very un-Jaden-like. Since then, against UCF, 23 and 10. Against Tulsa, 26 and 8. Against Houston, 21 and 15. Against Memphis, 23 and 9. He is on a tear right now, and got his averages to 17, nearly 18 a game, and over 8 rebounds a game. And Pirates going to need all that today when they take on SMU. But congratulations to Jaden Gardner for getting that recognition today.
Also, of course, it was...
Whoa, now.
Oh, boy. Okay, let's try that again. Wow. I don't even know what happened there.
Just sounds started coming out.
Well, it's like, the old saying goes, it's like your train of thought jumps the tracks and there were no survivors. That's pretty much what just happened. Gavin Williams will not be ready for opening weekend. Of course, that was discussed in the Zoom today for ECU baseball. We'll have audio of that coming up a little bit later on. And a recap, just to catch you up in case you didn't know what Harold Varner did over the weekend. He finished 13th in the Waste Management Open and took a respectable little over $138,000 in prize money. So congratulations to him. Awesome. Some couple of high school notes. Kinston's basketball games, some of them have been moved around. They had a home game scheduled for tomorrow night against Green Central. That has been moved to Wednesday, February 17th, so that'll be next Wednesday. And then coming up, they had a game on Friday against Southern Wayne. That game has been canceled and will not be made up since it's a non-conference game. So due to COVID protocols, some of these games are getting moved around. And Major League Baseball news, the Los Angeles Angels have agreed to a 2-year, $8.5 million contract with Shohei Ohtani. So that avoids an arbitration hearing. But Shohei, of course, powerful hitter, but also decent pitcher.
The Braves re-signing Marcell Ozuna over the weekend. So I was happy to see them finally do something, and really glad Ozuna will be back. You were mentioning high school and COVID issues, Shirley. Baylor, who is undefeated, number 2 in the country, absolutely rolling right now. They're going to miss, postpone 3 more games coming up, and they would have been big games. West Virginia twice and Texas Tech were on the slate for Baylor. They will not be playing those games, so that stretches all the way to February 18th. So we're talking over a week out. They're going to be sitting around for a while. So that is big news for the number 2 team in the country. They are running the Big 12 this year, and Kansas is not. Kansas out of the top 25 for the first time in 12 years. So they joined the likes of Duke, North Carolina, Kentucky, UCLA, Indiana, like all the blue bloods that are struggling this year. Kansas in that mix as well. So there you go.
Yeah. And there's one more. There's one more. I got to pull it back up because it disappeared on me.
I'll give you I'll stall for a second as Shirley gathers her notes.
There it is. Okay, I was trying to say, we talked about this before the Super Bowl about how Sarah Thomas was going to make history as the first woman to officiate a Super Bowl, but there was also history made in the Super Bowl in that 2 women will get a Super Bowl ring thanks to Bruce Arians, as Lori Locust, and I'm going to try to pronounce this name, so if I butcher it, I apologize. It's Maral Javadifar. Javadifar. But one is is on the medical training staff, and then the other is, I'm trying to remember what her she has. I forget what her position was.
Well, she was strength and conditioning, and Locust was assistant defensive line.
There he goes, the defensive line. That's the one I was trying to think of. But they're going to get a Super Bowl ring as well. So a little bit of history made in Super Bowl 50. Yeah,
Sarah Thomas is on my list. Don't like her
because she wore the ponytail.
No, that actually worked out. That was Wager McGee's lock of the Super Bowl. So she did wear a ponytail. Because the
pass interference call?
The Chiefs got screwed last night.
Yeah, there was a couple of cheap ones.
Darren Ravel tweeted that Sarah Thomas, making history in the Super Bowl, has a son named Brady who was 16 and born after Tom Brady's second Super Bowl win. I'm calling conspiracy here.
Well, somebody tweeted out, and I thought it was pretty funny that Sarah Thomas threw a flag but didn't tell the guys what they did wrong.
I did see that.
I thought that was pretty funny, but
that was pretty good.
It was pretty good, but
so what is wrong? Nothing's wrong. I'm fine.
Yes. I really thought that Tyrann Mathieu had a legit argument in the one that was thrown in the end zone.
Yeah.
Because I thought that ball was uncatchable. I didn't think that it was going to be a situation where it was going to be pass interference.
And as somebody, again, I was on the Chiefs. I wanted them to win, but as somebody that loves junk talk, I love Brady going right at him and just talking trash right to his face.
He ended up apologizing, though.
He said, I'm coming after you. And he did. Yeah. Apparently he apologized. But whatever, like that makes the game more fun. Was it Winfield, the rookie, Winfield Jr.?
Yeah. Walks right up to Tyreek Hill.
Giving him the deuces, the peace sign like Hill does when he goes into the end zone. Like, I love that stuff. It makes it more entertaining.
Well, I mean, look, junk talking I don't mind. It's when you get to name calling, and Tyrann Mathieu's argument was that he said that he said some things he wouldn't repeat. And that's why Brady sent him in a lengthy text apologizing to him. So, I mean, look, saying I'm coming after you, okay, fine. I mean, that's just the way it is. I mean, that's 2 guys that are competing at the highest level. I mean, and quite frankly, if I'm Tyrann Mathieu, I'm going after whatever his name is that held on that tip ball that he managed to intercept could have swung that game in a completely different direction.
That play was on
It was on another
I don't
DB.
know what down it was, but then after that, right,
they called the timeout, I believe. I think that was that same drive.
After that, they had the offsides on the field goal.
Yep.
So they had the drive extended and
lined up in the neutral zone.
And then you get a touchdown.
I mean, how do you come on, man?
As we go to break, Shirley, coming up tonight, Hornets in action at home against the John Wallace and Eric Gordonless Houston Rockets. They are out today, so that is good news for the Hornets. They're on NBA TV tonight, taking on the Rockets. And coming up tonight in the NHL, the Hurricanes will be at Columbus. 7-2 Carolina at the Columbus Blue Jackets. So Canes and Hornets tonight. Pirates in about an hour at Minges Coliseum. We will take a timeout, come back. Ronnie Woodward joins us on the other side. We're back with you after this.
Hey Pirate fans, this is Blake Hardigree with ECU Baseball. I want to invite you to join our team on Saturday, February 13th virtually for our 2021 Pirate Baseball Banquet. Our keynote speakers are former ECU players Alec Burleson and Bryant Packard. We will have an auction through the Handbid app starting at noon on Saturday, February 6th and closing on Saturday, February 13th at 6 p.m. All proceeds from the banquet will go directly to ECU Baseball. Check ECU Baseball social media for the links and get your tickets today. We look forward to having you. Go Pirates!
Here with Mike Mullis from Fixed NC. And Mike, you were telling me the other day, people ask you all the time, I didn't know you did that. What does that mean?
You know, anything that involves property damage repair, call us first. If it's your crawl space, you've got interior humidity issues, a water loss, your ice maker line breaks, obviously fire and smoke, everybody knows we do those. But anything that involves interior or exterior property damage, we're your repair experts.
Mike, how can everybody get in touch with you?
252-999-0001 or fixednc.com.
You don't need a big meeting. You don't need a birthday. You don't need any excuse at all. You just need to love subs. Times 12. Order the Jersey Mike's catering box today. Jersey Mike's. Be a sub above. Tired of cooking at home? Change it up without getting up. Just order Jersey Mike's through our app for no contact delivery or no contact at the door pickup. Jersey Mike's. Be a sub above.
Join us for the first annual North Carolina Strut Masters Championship on Saturday, April 10th. Presented by Crescent Tools. Brought to you by Mountain Dew, Yeti, Sam Jones Barbecue, Spring Hill Outfitters, and Nomad. Compete against some of the best turkey hunters in the country, like Michael Waddell, Hal Schaefer, and Nate Hosey. Live performances by Nate Hosey and much, much more. Registration now open for two-man teams at ncstrutmasters.com. Teams with the top scoring birds will win big cash prizes, up to $15,000. The tournament is open to residents and non-residents that have access to hunt properties in North Carolina. Deadline to register is March 31st. Weigh-in is at R.A. Woods Farms, 39 Vanderford Thomas Road in Farmville, North Carolina. We'll see you there.
Hey Pirate fans, this is Coach Joe Dooley. The physicians at Orthopedics East and Sports Medicine Center have been caring for all athletes at East Carolina for more than 35 years. Whether it's treatment for your sports injury or it's time for a joint replacement, Orthopedics East provides the latest in operative and non-operative orthopedic care, physical therapy, and diagnostic testing. For experience and professional services, call the folks at Orthopedics East at 252-757-2663 or visit them online at orthoeast.com. Go Pirates!
Ahoy, mateys! To keep those cars clean, you need the Pirates Cove Fast Pass.
The new Pirates Cove Car Wash and Haviland Express Lube on Glen Burnie Road in New Bern is now open. Pirates Cove in New Bern is offering Fast Passes for $9.99 for new Fast Pass customers. You can visit us in Greenville on Fire Tower Road, Memorial Drive, and on East 10th Street. And have you heard? Pirates Cove on Fire Tower Road is now offering interior cleaning.
So we have you surrounded. Pirates Cove, the official car wash partner of ECU Athletics.
Got big dreams for your small business? You're not alone. The Gavigan Agency Insurance Services is a growing business too. That's why they work with Nationwide, the #1 small total business insurer in the U.S. Nationwide can help protect and grow your business so you can focus on making your small business dreams come true. Give the Gavigan Agency Insurance Services a call today at 252-756-1400. Nationwide is on your side.
Nationwide Mutual Insurance Company and Affiliates, Columbus, Ohio. Subject to underwriting guidelines, review, and approval.
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, W224EI Greenville, WDLX Washington, and W281CH Washington. hour of PRL is brought to you by Tommy's Express Car Wash. Come experience the difference at Tommy's. Now open at the corner of Greenville Boulevard and Red Banks Road. Doesn't your car deserve it? Visit Tommy's Express Car Wash today. Now back to the show.
Welcome back. Greenville Utilities Neighbor to Neighbor program provides help for those who need temporary assistance with their utility costs, and you can make a difference. Your tax-deductible donation can be added to your GUC bill each month, or you can make a one-time donation, and GUC matches all donations up to $20,000 each year. Consider helping a neighbor with GUC's Neighbor to Neighbor program. Now let's head back into Pirate Radio Live. Here's your host, Clip Brock.
Back with you on Pirate Radio Live the day after the Super Bowl, but football is still here. Brian Bailey tweeting out pictures and videos of high school football practice beginning today. And I believe when we had our next guest on the show for the first time years and years ago, Ronnie Woodward was covering high school football in Pitt County. That was a long time ago, Ronnie. And it is weird. We are creatures of habit. We have our routines. We know what's supposed to be happening at every point of the calendar every month. So it's a bit of a curveball for folks covering high school football right now. And as Bailey said, he'll be doing Touchdown Friday with ECU baseball highlights and NCAA tournament highlights. And it's going to be a wild time coming up in a few weeks.
Yeah, I listened to that interview when I was driving in. I feel like that's going to be the weird part, kind of on the local angle, is high school football being mixed in with ECU baseball. There's always usually that, or there's an overlap anyway with the TV guys for like the ACC tournament, and ECU hoops is wrapping up, March Madness, ECU baseball. But you throw in something as important as high school football, it's gonna be interesting because I feel like we all kind of turn to ECU baseball at some point in the calendar year, and that gets like the spotlight kind of the whole weekend. Like the flow of like the Friday night game to Saturday to Sunday series. There's just gonna be a lot going on the beginning part of the year. And I talked to Ryan Robinson last week for a weekend story about some of that with like ESPN Plus and how they're going to handle the spring semester. Because even at ECU alone, you're going to have softball, baseball, soccer, volleyball, lacrosse, like all those fall sports that didn't play are going to be overlapping there. So he was saying it was almost 100 streams, like 97 streams in 86 days they were going to be responsible for starting like later this week. So it's all around. It's the whole sports calendar is shifted, and it's going to be interesting.
So next week we will be into game week for ECU baseball. Ronnie and I will do our annual over-unders.
Yeah.
So we'll do that next Monday. This Monday, Ronnie had a Zoom with Cliff Godwin this morning and got some news, some pretty big news. Although if you've been following the ECU baseball program, this doesn't come as a shock because every year the Pirates have an injury to a starting pitcher, it seems. Last year it was Gavin Williams. This year, unfortunately, it's Gavin Williams again, as Cliff Godwin says he will not be able to start on opening night or opening weekend, so he will not get the ball next weekend when Rhode Island gets to town. And Cliff Godwin said it'll be Cooch Maynor Smith, one of those guys on Friday, one of those guys on Saturday, and named a couple other names, I think starting with Carson Wisenhunt and Spivey, right? Yeah, Carter Spivey.
Cam Comore he mentioned as well.
Okay.
As a possibility.
But that's unfortunate news, I guess. And as Cliff said, you don't want to rush them back against a Rhode Island. You want to have them for the heart of the season. So it doesn't sound like a big deal. I don't know what it is, what he's going through. But at some point he'll be back, just not to start the season.
Yeah, it sounds pretty minor, and not arm related, not like Tommy John or tore a rotator cuff or did this to his elbow. Sounds like more of a minor type deal, but he's not going to be ready, to start the season. So yeah, I mean it's a catch-22, I guess, because the positive, the optimistic side of it is, and obviously Coach Godwin mentioned it really today, they're kind of used to this, like last year.
It happens every year, seemingly.
Like it happened last year. They moved Alec Burleson into the Friday. Remember, like Burleson last year in the preseason, like, we don't want him to be the Friday guy. They kind of wanted to slow play him on the mound a little bit, and then he was the Friday guy, and he was your ace, and they figured it out. So they have pitching depth. Obviously, if you go with Cooch Maynor and Smith as your first two guys, those are guys who've done it before.
Yeah.
I was looking at Kuchmaner's ERA, and I had it in the story that I wrote today. Just looking at his stats and stuff, and didn't realize he was 2.99 in 2019. He threw 87 innings. And then last year in 4 starts, his ERA was .60. I didn't realize it was that he was that dominant or good last year. You know, again, maybe last year was so weird and
it's hard to even consider that it happened.
Yeah,
yeah.
But man, that's impressive. That's almost 100 innings, around 100 innings of below a 3 ERA, and so yeah. If I had to guess or whatever it is, you know, I think you're going to be fine with Kuchmaner as a Friday guy or Smith, vice versa. Maybe Kuchmaner has maybe better stuff, would make more sense maybe as a Friday guy. But, yeah, Whisenhunt, we've heard a lot about Carson Whisenhunt.
Yeah.
This might be it. You know, hey, man, you're the Sunday guy to start the year. And about how much Carter Spivey's improved, well, hey, maybe you're the Sunday guy to start the year. So, long-term, I think they're okay, but it is tough. Yeah, because I think Gavin, obviously, the reality, you know, that was kind of the optimistic piece, but the reality is Gavin is the only guy that they have that can throw whatever, you know, pick a number, 97 plus or what, you know, he has the best arm and stuff on the team. He just hasn't done it really for a long period of time his whole career. It's always been something, whether a freak thing or this or arm soreness his freshman year. He hasn't been able to put that full season together, and obviously this one's going to be disjointed a little bit as well. It's just a matter of how much. So that's probably the way they have to play it. You know, like Cliff Godwin said, you want him healthy at the end, not necessarily in February when it's cold. So, yeah, it is what it is. But I think they'll be okay. But it is a tough blow, just stuff-wise. They want Gavin to take that next step, and he's not going to be able to do it right now.
I think it's tougher maybe for him personally than it is for the baseball team.
Exactly.
You know, Shirley, do you have the Cliff Godwin loaded up? I hadn't heard Cliff Godwin address like closer, bullpen. I asked Ronnie last week about it, and he pretty much said today what you said last week.
I know, I noticed that.
Pretty much on the dot. I could have just played your comments from last week, but wanted to hear it from the horse's mouth. Shirley, this is cut 6. I asked Cliff Godwin, will it be a closer by committee this year? Is there one guy he wants out there in the 8th or the 9th inning? And here's what he had to say.
Well, Cliff, really, we've never, you know, you go back to Joe Engel. I mean, Joe Engel was considered, I guess, our closer early in the start of, I guess, when we got the job here in the summer of 14. But we would still bring him in the 7th inning if we had to. And I look at it much differently than maybe some, especially old school coaches do. We're going to bring our best arm in the most crucial situation, whether that's the 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, or 9th inning. So few guys that will be in that role. Garrett Saylor is going to be a guy that's going to be in that role. Matt Bridges is going to be in that role. C.J. Mayhew is going to be in that role. A.J. Wilson. And to be honest with you, sometimes I forget to mention him just because we've got so many pitchers. But, I mean, he was lights out yesterday through 1 inning, and his team was up a run, and it was – guy got a single off of him, but never flinched. I think he struck out 2 of the 4 guys he faced, and his stuff's been electric. If he can keep coming along like that, then there's another option, and, of course, Ryder Giles as well.
All right, so, you know, I thought I knew the answer, and he gave it to me, but it was interesting to hear some of those names. I mean, he started with Garrett Saylor and then went to Bridges and Mayhew like we all knew, but A.J. Wilson, Ronnie, I can't say I'm too familiar with him. And honestly, I kind of forgot about the Ryder Giles factor.
Yeah.
Was it his freshman year? He went so long without allowing a run.
Yeah, it was.
He had a 0 ERA just for like the entire year almost. He has come in some spots and given some good innings to the team too. So you mentioned a number of names there. That is another, I think, strength for this team, the bullpen. And as you said last week, Ronnie, if there's a jam in the 6th, runners at 2nd and 3rd, 2 outs, they got to get an out. He might bring in his best guy in that situation. He's not going to wait for the 8th or 9th. So once again, we're going to see a bullpen that is very versatile and that he's going to bring in different guys at different times throughout the year.
Yeah, and he's got some lefties. Mayhew we saw last year, and he could be on the verge of being something really big and reliable. A.J. Wilson is a lefty. I saw him that one day I went out there. last weekend his command was a little off. You know, for everything I've kind of heard, he has the tools and the fastball velocity and that type of stuff. It's a matter of maybe command and that consistency type of thing with him. But yeah, I mean, I think Saylor, really the three he mentioned, Saylor, Bridges, Mayhew are probably the three that you trust most maybe right now. And Bridges, like I said last week, I think is the one guy who you don't want to extend a whole. He just doesn't have a whole lot of history. He's usually a 2 inning maybe guy, kind of that conventional type of reliever. But I think Mayhew is still kind of that wild card who can come in early and go long relief, or could even start if he needed to on a whatever the setup might be. So I think those three kind of lead the way. And again, I think Mayhew and Bridges could have great years, and really be those guys. And Saylor had a really good year last year for abbreviated seasons. I think that's somebody they trust as well.
Really interested to see how Cam Colmore is used this year. Is he? I mean, kind of your classic perfect midweek starter maybe. But to have him on the weekends available could be huge for this team. If it could be a weekend starter, with
Sunday
with Gavin out. So
that's one thing too. Quickly, I thought they played Duke on Tuesday, that RPI rankings wise, not like you want to worry too much in February about that, but that might be their best RPI game of the year. That's a big game that they could win just resume wise.
You look at their non-conference schedule, and they played them twice, right?
Yeah.
So and Aaron Fitt said, North Carolina's down this year.
Exactly.
That win, if you beat them, might not help you as much in years past. So Cliff Godwin, I don't know if he'll say they might put some emphasis on those midweek Duke games.
Do you want Cam Colmore to start that Tuesday? Maybe. But again, I don't know. I mean, it's probably us being whatever, like fantasy managers that well,
that's exactly what we are. Yeah, we don't know what we're talking about.
Yeah, I don't know if it's a tight game. They're like, oh, we can't use Colmore because we need him Tuesday versus Duke. But if you can afford it, it would make sense. I think they're gonna have to throw I think a good arm that Tuesday either way, because I think that Duke game is big, as big as a first week game can be, but you're going to need somebody to start that game. So we'll see.
We'll go all baseball next Monday when Ronnie joins us. Let's take a time out now. We'll talk some Pirate hoops and more. And Ronnie is not a doctor. That was once again brought up today by Cliff Godwin.
There's a couple of those Cliff moments today. I think it's going to happen every Zoom.
Yeah.
Not only with me, but with whoever. The Zoom thing is interesting with him.
Got after Mark Lindsay. I go a little bit.
Yeah.
So got after me before the Zoom started.
That's true. Yeah.
So it was a lot going on today. All right, let's take a time out. We'll come back more with Ronnie Woodward, who is on his way to Minji's in a little bit. But before he goes, we'll talk some Pirate hoops after this.
At Tiebreakers, we admit we have a bit of a problem. People love our wings so much that they're starting to sell their home TVs just so they can watch all the sporting events here at Tiebreakers. Seriously, we're glad you love our hand-bread and hand-cut boneless wings that much, but we really need you to go home at the end of the night. It's okay, we'll be here tomorrow. And when you come back, bring a friend with you. For great food, great friends, and cold beer, we'll see you at Tiebreakers. Tiebreakers, break the chain, eat local.
With rates being historically low, now is the best time to buy or refinance your home. This is Talbot Green with Angel Oak Home Loans. Now is the time to take advantage of the opportunity to buy more home or refinance your current mortgage. The combination of our local team's experience and Angel Oak's wide offerings of products from standard conventional, government, and portfolio loans has something for most financial situations. For more information, call Talbot Green, Joanne Weir, or Wanda Hager at 751-2060.
NMLS 1719250 and 685-842. Equal housing lender.
Wait up. Papa John's has a new stuffed crust. Oh, we did it. All our tweets, DMs, and carrier pigeons worked. This ain't just stuffed crust. This is Papa John's crust. Stuffed.
Hey, Pirate fans, order the new Epic Stuffed Crust One-Topping Pizza for only $12. The new Epic Stuffed Crust Pizza is the MVP move for game day or any day. Place your order online at papajohns.com and sign up for Papa Rewards. Papa John's, the official pizza of the ECU Pirates.
For years, Callie Ann Phelps has been singing about Phelps Chevrolet.
Phelps Chevrolet is the one for you. Low prices, service too. See the big dealer right away. Carolina's finest, Phelps Chevrolet.
And you'll agree with what Skylar Phelps has to say.
Nobody beats Phelps Chevrolet's prices. Nobody.
The name you can depend on. Phelps Chevrolet.
Get you one.
Find new roads with Chevrolet. Then come find yours at Phelps Chevrolet in Greenville.
Chico's Mexican Restaurant is the home of the best margaritas. Grab your amigos and head to Chico's every Tuesday for the Gulp of Mexico. A huge 46-ounce lime margarita for only $6.99. On Thursdays, relax and enjoy half-price pitchers of Chico's house margaritas. Choose from lime, strawberry, blood orange, raspberry, or peach. For Mexican food and fun, it's got to be Chico's in downtown Greenville, and now available through DoorDash, featuring a half gallon of the famous margarita mix to go for only $9.99. Chico's, where the fiesta never ends.
Find yourself working from home or at least spending more time there? Want some remodeling for your house or a fresh look? How about a new deck or screened-in porch to add livable space outside? Don't know who to call? Well, you do now. Call the professionals at R&R Remodeling. They've been serving the local community for 15 years. Ronnie and his crew can help you today. Call for a free quote, 252-286-4119, or visit R&R Remodeling on Facebook. R&R Remodeling, construction you can count on.
This is Stephen Igo, publisher of HoistTheColors.net. Recruiting is the lifeblood of any college sports program, and no one devotes more coverage to the future of ECU athletics than Hoist the Colors. Want to know who's going to be the next Holt Nailers or Jaden Gardner? We've got all the inside scoop on the Pirates' most talented recruits and top targets 24/7. Sign up now and get your first month of coverage for a single $1. HoistTheColors.net, the most reliable reporting on ECU athletics.
Ahoy, mateys! To keep those cars clean, you need the Pirates Cove Fast Pass.
The new Pirates Cove Car Wash and Haviland Express Lube on Glen Burnie Road in New Bern is now open. Pirates Cove in New Bern is offering Fast Passes for $9.99 for new Fast Pass customers. You can visit us in Greenville on Fire Tower Road, Memorial Drive, and on East 10th Street. And have you heard? Pirates Cove on Fire Tower Road is now offering interior cleaning.
So we have you surrounded. Pirates Cove, the official car wash partner of ECU Athletics.
This is Coach Blake Carroll, defense coordinator for East Carolina football, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
This hour of PRL is brought to you by Tommy's Express Car Wash. Come experience the difference at Tommy's. Now open at the corner of Greenville Boulevard and Red Banks Road. Doesn't your car deserve it? Visit Tommy's Express Car Wash today. Now back to the show.
Welcome back. Did you miss a show on Pirate Radio? You can listen to all of Pirate Radio's archived local programming by subscribing to us on Apple Podcasts. Subscribe today by going to the podcast app on your iPhone or Apple device and search for Pirate Radio Audio Archives. Now let's head back into Pirate Radio Live. Here's your host, Cliff Rock.
Back with you on Pirate Radio Live here on a Monday. We'll let Ronnie Woodward get out to Minges Coliseum in just a moment. Pirates and SMU Mustangs going at it. ECU looking for revenge for their earlier loss to the Ponies earlier this season. Looking at scores from the American on Saturday, most interesting score, Ronnie, had to be Houston.
Our Lady of whatever.
Knocking off Our Lady of the Lake. Wow. 112-46. A, how do we get them on the schedule? B, Our Lady of the Lake. All right, so that is in San Antonio, Texas.
Okay.
So what is their nickname?
We should have guessed, what state. I would have had no clue.
Our Lady of the Lake Saints.
Saints, okay.
They are 1-4 this year. So they have had every game postponed except
Incarnate Word. I've heard of them before.
They beat Texas State. That's a pretty good win. Lost to UTSA, Texas A&M, Corpus Christi, and then Houston won 112-46 on Saturday, getting out their anger from the Pirate loss. Ronnie, you have a lot going on off the court.
I do,
so to speak.
Home improvement.
So you got stuff going on. But how much were you? This game, Memphis ECU, was a really good college basketball game. Like the Pirates and Tigers were kind of trading baskets there in the second half. ECU had an opportunity. Short shorts, the kid I call Butter Pecan Thighs, for Memphis hit an early three in the corner. Lester Quinones.
Yep.
And I said, don't leave butter pecan thighs open in the corner. And he hit the biggest shot of the game down the stretch. The Pirates, I think, were down 2.
Yeah, became 5.
Late in the game. And he had a pretty good defensive possession going, but he was open in the corner. He buried it. And that was all she wrote. Memphis goes on to win by 7. But, man, a great – how do you respond after a loss is one thing, but how do you respond after a big win over a top 5 team? Pirates got down by 10 or so, were able to fight back and claw back in this game. I thought a pretty gutty performance despite the loss on Saturday.
Yeah, definitely. I called it like early second half. I was painting in the house, trying to convert the nursery. So I was painting the guest room and all that. I got to build a crib, not build a crib, but assemble a crib tomorrow. So full on baby mode at the house. But
have we talked? We haven't talked about that on the air, right?
I don't think so. Maybe.
So your lovely wife Sarah is expecting
late May.
Late May
29th.
Daddy Woodward, Glenn's
chiming in. Something I need to know.
I'm just thinking of
Glenn have to say at this moment.
I'm just thinking of the Woodward kid versus the Igo kid.
Oh yeah,
in some sort of competitive sports situation.
We have not discussed that either. I was going to wait till tomorrow, but it is out on social media.
2 months behind.
Stephen Igo, his wife Erica, also pregnant.
Yeah,
you guys really do everything together.
That means we're probably putting a little tight skull in here at Pirate Radio. We're going to have these kids battle it out on Facebook Live.
Yeah, we'll figure something out.
It is pretty funny for sure. We were expecting, people in ECU coaches and whatnot to give us some crap that it would happen.
Quarantine babies.
Yes. 2 months apart.
It's a thing.
It's the plan.
But, all right. So you've been kind of sidetracked with all that going on.
But I caught on to the Memphis early second half. Honestly, I turned it on. Like I need to catch up here. And ECU was winning. I think they were up 1 or tied. And so I caught up from there. And the thing that impressed me, or that not surprised, but stood out, was it was low scoring at that point. And ECU. When I turned it on, I think they were 1 of 10 from 3-point range, and they finished 1 of 13.
Yeah.
And it was like, man, they're in this game, and they're not like against Houston. They did it with hitting a million threes, and it was kind of like, man, like the classic upset. But this was not. They're just shooting the lights out, and they're kind of doing it luckily or whatever. I mean, they were playing defense, and it's low scoring, good game, and like you said, that. My mind was kind of everywhere, but it was just a good, close game.
And Memphis, as good as they are, it, Ronnie, you saw it literally firsthand. They're fragile. Like 16 turnovers. It felt like they had 30, 18 of 29 from the free throw line. Like they gave ECU an opportunity to stay in the game, and the Pirates took that and did that. The Pirates missed some key free throws too. In that game, I know Gardner missed back-to-back, but he finished 7 for 10. You can't complain too much about that. By the way, Jaden Gardner, AAC Player of the Week, another 20-point game. That's 4 in a row. And can he keep that going today, Ronnie, is the question against SMU.
Yeah, and the way they played against Houston, again, which is a little out of the norm, just if you look at simply the three-point shooting, I think you have to take that in consideration. But Houston and then combined with Memphis, it tells me they can, when they're going and Jaden Gardner's playing that way, they can hang with anybody. So I'm expecting SMU to be similar today. I could see another kind of low-scoring, close game. And, they just got to finish some of these out. I feel like, Tulsa on the road, what was that, a week and a half ago? Same way, they had a big comeback near the end, but you kind of lose a close game. So they got to find a way to win some of these close games.
UCF on the road?
And
then Tulsa here. They were all
Tulsa here, UCF on the road.
Yeah, and we even talked about it leading up. As bad as the losing streak was, and as tough as it was, like they were in all those games except Memphis.
Memphis was the one blowout
where they had a shot. So they've been competitive, and you hate to. I'm sick of they played hard and lost, but even though after the Memphis game, that's exactly what I was saying.
Yeah.
Because you want to win, but they've been in games. Can they finish? I expect them to be in this game in the second half coming up today.
And the math, it's like if you're in close game after close game, you're going to win some and you're going to lose some. It's rare that teams win all their games that are close or lose all their games. And really, we talked about it a while back, one of these days, when they hit that slide. I remember I told you, well, they won at Charlotte, and they won an overtime game. So maybe they got some of those close wins early, UNCW, and now they've kind of lost some. So again, it evens itself out one way or another.
Yeah.
Houston ended up being kind of close, but really ECU was in control almost or the whole second half, really. So yeah, I don't know. I'm feeling a little bit of spark with this team for sure. Excited to see how they play and how they can close this thing out.
Hell of a stretch too, right?
Yeah,
I mean, you go number 5 in the country. A few days later at Memphis.
Yep.
2 days later, and it's a 5:00 tip off, so it's a little earlier than you're expecting against a good SMU team. And then, hell, the Thursday game might as well be a Wednesday game because you're playing at noon. Like
on the road.
On the road,
Yeah.
so that's a quick turnaround. And then, is it Saturday?
Saturday,
right back at it at noon against Temple. So it is a crazy week. Temple's beatable too. I mean, they got a chance here to, win a couple of these next ones.
Yeah,
well, we'll see.
I like the 5 p.m. noon. Not gonna lie, feels like football season. All the noon games, 5 p.m. basketball game. You're not out all night. Getting home at 1 a.m. from these games. So
I was talking to Bailey about this, Ronnie. I said, is this the first Monday game since the CAA tournament championship in 1993?
Good call.
And Kyle Gaskin said, no, we played UNCW this year on a Monday. So I had to make a amendment to that conference game because, they have not played a Monday conference game ever that I can recall. So I like to throw old stuff out there like that.
Call. I'm sure they have somewhere along the way, but
ask Jody. I tagged him on a tweet, but hadn't responded yet. So
I'll hit him up when I get to
All right, Ronnie, thanks for hanging out, man. We're gonna let you go.
All right. I noticed there's baseball times on the schedule now, which you pointed that out as well.
Mm-hmm.
So I was just gonna throw that out there. It didn't used to be. It used to all say TBA.
Okay. Are you excited?
I mean, we're talking about game
I guess
times
I
and
didn't
stuff,
notice that there were no time. That there were.
They used to. This first time I've seen the time.
Still no conference, but you got a 4:00 first pitch coming up next Friday, 2:00 on Saturday, 1 on Sunday.
Like that's a big deal for planning purposes.
I will be there Saturday and Sunday. I haven't done PA since early March last year. My last game was the state playoffs in basketball in Minges.
Oh yeah, the infamous state playoffs.
Yes, where I announced the wrong team twice and about got killed.
Man.
So I've shaken that off.
Yeah.
And I'm ready to go.
I like it.
And I'll be talking to not really anybody at Clark LeClaire Stadium coming up. That'll be kind of weird.
At least you didn't call a team the wrong name, like mispronouncing it completely.
No, I just said the wrong team.
I mean, because
one of their rivals, unfortunately.
I left off a letter for UMass.
That's hopefully it wasn't the M.
It was the M.
It was the M.
Yeah, because as soon as I said it, I let go of the button and I just looked over at Justin Bear and he just was laughing hysterically and I was like, I really hope nobody heard that. Couldn't believe I did it.
Shirley Rhodes. And usually you say that to me here in studio. Maybe that's what it was.
Yeah.
UMass. All right. We'll take a time out, come back. The big man on campus, Ronnie, going to join us.
BMOC.
He's been hot in college hoops.
Triple-double, baby.
We'll see what he has to say about ECU and SMU. By the way, Jeff Nadu, we'll talk about it, making the dozen trivia debut on Thursday. I turned Ronnie on to that. We're trivia buffs.
Oh, man, I got to watch that.
So get ready for that on Thursday. All right, let's take a break. We'll come back. BMOC joins us after this.
Hey Pirate Nation, this is Tom Brown from Brown & Wood Buick GMC Truck. We've been serving the Pirate Nation in Eastern North Carolina for 83 years. We have 4 brands, 3 generations, 2 showrooms, and 1 goal to make sure you leave a happy customer.
This month at Brown & Wood, get a Buick Encore. Take $3,750 off or $2,250 plus 0% for 72 months. As always, Brown & Wood is the home of the lifetime powertrain warranty for all make and models.
We're located on Greenville Boulevard next to the Convention Center or shop us online at brownandwoodauto.com.
Valentine's Day is just around the corner, and if you're looking for a local florist to help make your loved one's day, then you need Farmville Flower Basket and Gifts. Farmville Flower Basket has gifts and high-quality fresh flower arrangements from big to small and everything in between. They deliver to most of Pitt County, or you can pick up at their shop on Main Street in Farmville. Place your Valentine's order today at 753-4217. Farmville Flower Basket and Gifts, your hometown gift shop.
Have you heard the news? American Airlines is back and has resumed service at Pitt Greenville Airport. Reservations are available now at aa.com. Whether you're flying for business or for pleasure, enjoy the friendly convenience of flying from your local airport to get you where you're going and then home again safely. For your next trip, remember, American Airlines is back at PGV. Book today at aa.com. Pitt Greenville Airport, where the pirates fly.
My whole business just went up in flames, but my agent was there before the fire was out. We started a plan. I've got 25 employees who could be out of a job if we didn't get this place running again. My independent agent and auto owner's insurance, they made sure we didn't skip a beat. I mean, we didn't miss a single payroll. That's incredible.
For whatever lies ahead, we're always there.
This is Norm Bryant with Town Insurance in Greenville. Call me today at 756-8300. Go Pirates.
Are you trying to reduce clutter? Want to save a tree? Greenville Utilities can help. E-bill is a simple solution. Imagine getting an email letting you know your bill is ready. And with a few clicks on your computer or smartphone, you can review and pay your bill. It's just that easy. Signing up is simple. All you need to do is to log on to your account at guc.com and update your contact information and e-bill setting. You can even continue to receive a paper bill if you'd like. E-bill from Greenville Utilities. Just one of the ways GUC is here for you.
Humana is proud to serve veterans. If you've recently turned 65 or become Medicare eligible, Humana would be proud to help you with your Medicare decisions or any questions that may arise. Let an agent assist you now to determine which Humana Medicare plan may best serve you. Humana can teach you about health plans, which will provide you with the access to products and programs to help support a healthy life. Humana is proud to be the National Medicare Advantage Plan provider to the veterans of foreign wars.
This is Denise Walker. Call me today at 434-531-5674 to get a no-cost, no-obligation Medicare benefits review.
Over 32 years ago, the Ronald McDonald House of Eastern North Carolina opened its doors as a place to help families stay together and close to the care they need when they have a sick child. With the addition of a second Ronald McDonald House inside the Maynard Children's Hospital, our need to serve is greater than ever as the medical community flourishes. Help us expand our mission of keeping families close as we grow to meet that need. You can show your support by making a donation to the Ronald McDonald House. Visit our website today at rmhenc.org for more information. Thank you for your support.
This is former ECU baseball player and mayor of Greenville, PJ Connolly, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of Pirate Nation.
This hour of PRL is brought to you by Tommy's Express Car Wash. Come experience the difference at Tommy's. Now open at the corner of Greenville Boulevard and Red Banks Road. Doesn't your car deserve it? Visit Tommy's Express Car Wash today. Now back to the show.
Welcome back. Not only are we on Facebook Live, you can also watch all of Pirate Radio's local programming on YouTube Live. Just go to YouTube and search for Pirate Radio TV. Click on the subscribe button and you can catch all of our local programming right there on YouTube. Now let's head back in to Pirate Radio Live. Here is your host, Clip Brock.
You can watch the Brian Bailey Show on YouTube, and he had a great one today. We were rocking and rolling going through guests. He went all around Pitt County talking to the high school coaches. So listen to it at 6 or watch it anytime on YouTube. All right, Shirley, we will now head back out to the Fixed NC Live line and visit with the big man on campus, Jeff Nadu from Barstool Sports. I got the Big Man on Basketball podcast dropping a new ep today. We'll talk college hoops and more right now. Jeff, how you doing, man?
I'm great, Clip. How are you?
Hey, doing great. And, man, a great weekend for the big man. Hopefully you're following Jeff Nadu on Twitter and also listening to the Big Man on Basketball podcast. Your Twitter plays over the weekend went what, Jeff? Was it 5-0?
Yeah, 5-0 in college basketball. I did go 0-1 in the Super Bowl, but all in all, it was a great weekend. Basketball has been very, very, very good lately. Very happy. Knock on wood.
On a hot streak. Hopefully that thing can keep rolling, and hopefully it rolls into tonight. We got some ECU basketball coming up in just a little bit, Jeff. They'll tip off 5 o'clock, Minges Coliseum. I know you had the Pirates as a team to fade, and for good reason. They had gone on that long losing streak. They had also gone on a COVID streak where they couldn't practice, couldn't play together, and missed some games. So a lot of time off for the Pirates. The last couple of games, they knock off the 5th-ranked team in the country, Houston, and they go toe-to-toe against the Memphis Tigers. And, say what you will about Penny Hardaway, very talented group there at Memphis, kind of getting hot here at the right time. ECU had them down 2 late in the game, and Memphis able to come away with the win. The Pirates today are at home against SMU. I'm seeing the line at around 6.5, up from 6 right now, Jeff. Total at 138.5. SMU knocked off ECU earlier this season in Dallas. Pirates looking for a little revenge today. What do you think about this matchup?
Yeah, it's funny. I mentioned to fade ECU. I faded them that first game, and I didn't really mess with them after that, and it worked out. I made money on them and moved on. But, yeah, I think, when you look at the game against Memphis, you look at kind of how did they stay in the game. I mean, they were 1 for 13 from 3. They got out-rebounded. It was just...
I'll tell you one reason, Jeff. One reason, things you talk about, Memphis turnovers, Memphis playing lackadaisical. I mean, ECU did their part, but Memphis let ECU stay in that game.
Sure, yeah. I mean, 18 for 29 from the free throw line doesn't help either. But you look at SMU, definitely have had their lumps, but I think a really talented team. We've talked about you and I with ECU, Clip. It seems like when ECU can't get that 3 or 4 guys to get double figures, maybe they only get 2, they don't win game. They just don't have enough talent. I don't think a change of venue is going to do a ton here. I would lean taking SMU. If you look at the first game, outside of Jay and Gardner, I mean, no one really beat SMU. I think SMU shoots the ball a little bit better even today, and I think that the number's a little low. They won by 15 the first game. I don't think a change of venue is going to change too much. I do think SMU probably finds a way, pulls away, and wins, 74-64 or something.
Jeff, we'll dive into the action you like tonight. Bit of a light card, but you got some ranked teams playing, some high-profile teams playing. Gonzaga, one of those teams. They're 10.5-point favorites against BYU. Kansas is a 6-point favorite at home against Oklahoma State. Ohio State, a 3-point favorite on the road at Maryland. And another one we'll highlight, North Carolina coming off their win over Duke in Cameron on Saturday is a 9.5-point favorite at home against Miami. Out of that group, kind of high-profile teams there, any games you're interested in out of that slate?
Yeah, I played Gonzaga. Obviously it's pretty low. I thought it might be a little bit higher, but I guess even at 11, where it kind of came out, I thought that was probably a good number. I mean, BYU is obviously playing at home here. They are a competent team. They're the second best team in the WCC, obviously way below Gonzaga, but they are there. They have some ability. Yeah, but when you look at the first game they played, you didn't really see anything from BYU that they could disrupt Gonzaga offensively. They kind of did what they wanted to do. I don't really think BYU has any shot in this game. And when you look at Gonzaga, they've beaten every team in this conference by 14 or more. Beat BYU the first time by 17. And look, frankly, didn't shoot the ball that well. So I'll just, with Gonzaga at this price, I always play.
Yeah, about as low as you'll get them in league play. How about anything else on the docket for tonight, Jeff, in college basketball?
Yeah, I like. I always like to go kind of deep. I like Jackson State plus the 3 against Southern. Jackson State, I believe, is the best team in the SWAC outside of Prairie View. Good team, playing good basketball, 5 wins in a row. Defensively, they've been very good. They force turnovers. They're a really good rebounding team. They get to the free throw line, good, solid offensive group. They make their free throws. They're really all you would want in the SWAC. They do everything at a pretty high level. And they're facing a Southern team that does have a big to be worried about, Harrison Henderson, but I think Jackson State has some of the bigs that can kind of handle him. I don't really know why they're a 3-point dog. I would probably line this more like a coin flip, and maybe even, I wouldn't mind laying 1.5 with Jackson State here. So I'll take 3 gladly.
The Big Man on Campus, Jeff Nadu, joining us. New ep of the Big Man on Basketball podcast dropped today. Make sure you are subscribed and download that. New ep's coming out Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Before we move on from college basketball, Big Man, I saw you tweet about Lou Hill. Folks around here remember that name. Lou Hill spent about half a decade in the 90s as an assistant coach at ECU. He was the Texas Rio Grande Valley men's basketball coach. They actually came and played ECU last year or a couple years ago. But Lou Hill passing away, and I know a basketball guy like you knows a lot about Lou Hill and all his stops along the way.
Yeah, really sad news. I've actually I know Lou Hill. I know that team down there. That's a job you take, to get your get your feet wet. And Lou Hill kind of he had his due. He was an assistant for a long time. Was an assistant at a lot of small programs, South Alabama and obviously ECU and SEMO, and then he went over to Lon Kruger and did a terrific job. He was on that Final Four team with Buddy Hield, if you remember, at Oklahoma. And then he got his job at UTRGV. And one thing about that group, recruited well, got some good players down there. I always remember they would play Texas Tech every year, and Chris Beard would always have nothing but glowing things to say about Lou Hill. Very sad. Only 56 years old. We saw yesterday two people die, in Lou Hill and Pedro Gomez, the ESPN reporter. Both in their 50s. It really sad. I know Lou Hill developed coronavirus, I believe. I think he had some medical issues. I pray for his family. Lou Hill is probably everything good with basketball. He never got a lot easy in basketball. He just kind of paid his dues, and he was able to get a job for the last 5 years. Good for him. Trying to build the program.
Yeah, no doubt. Well said. Big Man on Campus, Jeff Nadu, joining us here on this Monday edition of Pirate Radio Live. Jeff, looking at the NBA, and if you follow the Big Man on Basketball podcast, you'll see they'll drop some NBA plays every now and then. And I'll start with the Hornets tonight. Kind of interesting that Charlotte is still a dog at home against Houston. Houston came out and said they're going to be out without John Wall and Eric Gordon in the game tonight. So Charlotte, I don't know, maybe a slight advantage there, but there's still dogs in that game. Anything you're looking at tonight in the NBA?
I still have yet to look at the card. I'm still. I had some busy day earlier and doing some things, but I'm about to jump in here in just a bit. NBA I've been a little bit lighter with, just because college has been pretty profitable for me. I've kind of been sticking with that. A lot going on there. But as far as the Hornets are concerned, I think that's probably the right side. There are a lot of bets, though, coming in on that game. A lot of people like the Hornets. They're playing pretty good basketball given the circumstances and the current state of the team. But, I don't hate that. But I still have to look at the NBA card here.
Jeff, you got basketball going on. I don't know how much of this is on your radar. There is an FCS game coming up Saturday, and then like a full slate coming up the following weekend. Have you looked at this at all? Will you be dipping your toe into the FCS football pool coming up soon?
Yeah, I totally forgot this was happening.
Right, yeah, it snuck up on us for sure.
Yeah, I see on Saturday McNeese State is playing Tarleton.
Tarleton, yeah.
Can't wait for that.
Get it all over you, yeah.
Looking forward to that. As far as I definitely will dip my toe in. The FCS I have bet over the years. It's an interesting subdivision. You always have your North Dakota States, your South Dakota States, but there's been some good programs over the years. Places like Eastern Washington and James Madison and the Citadel and Sam Houston. So I think with this I'll definitely be. I'll tell you what. A lot of degenerates are going to be betting this.
Oh, no doubt. How about a Saturday, Jeff, with a full slate of college hoops and some football to rinse it off with, man? I'll take it. I'll take it.
This is good stuff. It kind of reminds you like the first college football Saturday when there's only like 3 or 4 games. I remember with coronavirus. I remember everyone was betting this year. What was it, Central Arkansas? And someone else.
Yeah.
It was. You just wanted to see football, and have no fear. The FCS is back, so football fans, you don't even have to deal with football being off. It's right back on Saturday.
Jeff, here in Greenville, baseball is so popular. I mean, at one point, Sports Illustrated, I guess they gave like different cities around the country like Baseball Town USA designations, and Greenville was North Carolina's. And from the Little League program to the high schools, and of course ECU ranked every year, and no different this year. Once you get into regionals play, it gets a little more popular to see lines on the books. I've heard Mincy, Ben Mintz from Barstool, talk about this because he's an Ole Miss guy. They take their college baseball series down there. I know it's not like mainstream or anything, but I mean, do you think at any point we see college baseball lines become more popular, or is that always going to just be like a postseason deal?
Yeah, I've heard Ben Mintz talk about that. I think it's he said it, I think, kind of eloquently about it just being kind of a regional thing.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's a good question. You always wonder about certain sports and will they ever catch on? I think for people, like, if you like something, just like it. The whole catching on, like soccer, I think that's kind of caught on over the years. I don't know if baseball will. I wonder if it will. I guess you would think it would, just because there are a lot of base fans. But I think baseball's kind of been ostracized as well as far as MLB is concerned. It's definitely, I think, fell off as far as a popularity thing. But yeah, I don't know about that. That's a great question. I don't think, but it's all about a niche thing. It doesn't have to be popular to like it.
I feel like if ESPN or a network picks up more games, then they kind of control what is popular amongst the masses. So it definitely needs some more eyeballs before it can.
I feel like I think you're right, because like you look at like Little League. I mean, people like Little League.
Yeah.
Like what would you say is more popular, like legitimately, Little League or college baseball?
Well, for 1 month in the summer, Little League definitely is. I mean,
I feel like Little League is just in 1 month way more popular than college baseball is all year.
Because you really don't see it. Again, around here, like we talk about it, people, when you can have crowds, we got an awesome setup, Jeff, where you can watch the game out beyond the left field fence and really around the entire fence. We call it the jungle, and people are out there partying and stuff. So it's great, but like you said, kind of a niche deal, a regional deal, college baseball. One more thing, big man. I am super pumped for Thursday. Like it used to be just like TV shows, but now it's podcasts, it's other forms of media that I kind of, all right, it's this day, I have to watch this, listen to this. Every Tuesday and Thursday, I make sure that I watch The Dozen, the trivia with Jeff D-Lowe from Barstool. And I'm a trivia buff. I host sports trivia, so I love it. And this is sports. This is entertainment, history, geography, everything. And the big man on campus, Jeff Nadu, going to make his debut with the team coming up Thursday. You can watch it on YouTube. And, Jeff, I'm fired up for you, man. I'm really looking forward to watching you on Thursday.
I appreciate that. Yeah, catch me on The Dozen. We got a big game. First game out of it. We're going right at one of the best teams, Frank Fleming and the KB and Nick, that group. So yeah, I'm excited. KB and I have a little bit of a rivalry. He claims he's a big geography guy. I've always called myself a big geography guy as well. So yeah, you could test me, Clip. You want to test me out? Maybe give me some warm up questions. You're welcome to it.
Geography, I've got absolutely nothing for you, Jeff. That is not my cup of tea.
North Carolina, Clip.
That would be Raleigh. I do have that one ready to go.
Okay.
So if
what's the capital of the United States?
That would be the District of Columbia, home of my Washington football team.
Well, at least you know that. Most of America couldn't tell you the capital of their state.
I got the basics down. That's going to be awesome coming up on Thursday, Jeff. Looking forward to that. And also, as once a huge fan and still a bit of a fan of wrestling, I like your loser leave town match that you threw out the gauntlet to another Barstool employee that probably hasn't been answered and won't be answered, I would imagine.
You gotta put out what you believe in, Cliff. Sometimes you gotta put it out there.
Yes, sir.
I'm willing. If he beats me, I will quit. I will leave, and I'll go willingly. One other thing, Clip, on geography.
Yeah.
If I go out with a girl, that's my go-to question. What's the capital of this state? If she can answer it, we'll keep talking.
Okay.
I had one girl one time. I'm not kidding. We went out. I said, "What's the capital of Pennsylvania?" She said, "Pennsylvania." You're out.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Not a keeper. Pennsylvania City.
Can't do it.
Is it Shirley, is it Philadelphia?
No.
Capital of Pennsylvania is all right, hold on.
Harrisburg.
Shoot, that would have never came to me. Harrisburg, Shirley. Yeah. So, see, Jeff, not our cup of tea. Not our cup.
I can tell you the capital of any country, or don't test me.
Speaking of Philadelphia, Jeff, how much longer is Carson Wentz going to be employed by the Eagles?
I'm going to go ahead and say by Thursday when I speak to you next, he will be gone.
Okay. All right. Last time
it's a bad idea.
You don't like, is it the Bears deal everybody's talking about, you think?
Well, I guess here's what I'll say. I think they're going to do it. I don't agree with it. If they're going to do it, I hope to get a first-round pick at least. I just feel like they've never wanted to address the issue in the room, and that's they don't give him enough weapons. Look at the 1 year he had viable players. He would have took him to the Super Bowl. So I think he'll go to the Bears or wherever he goes. I have a friend of mine who's a Bears fan, and I said, if you get him, he's way better than what you have now. So, you got to give people weapons, man. You can't have a Lamborghini and not put gas in it. You can't not have an oil change done every couple of months.
Yeah.
It'll get driven into the ground. What do you expect?
Interesting times in Philly. Big man, enjoyed it. Good luck Thursday on the dozen. We'll talk to you Thursday here on Pirate Radio Live and talk more hoops with you.
Thank you, Clip.
All right, BMOC doing big things and on a hot streak. Make sure you give him a follow on Twitter at Jeff Nadu. He was on fire over the weekend with his basketball picks. Does like SMU today. Says the Ponies will win by 7 to 10 points. Right now they're a 6.5 point favorite against ECU. About to go at it on the deuce. We will take a timeout, come back, and get ready for hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. Troy D will be here. Troy likes to talk commercials, things around the Super Bowl. Today he'll want to talk about the Super Bowl, the game itself, because he was on the Bucs and I had the Chiefs, so that's not going to go well for me. But we'll talk about it all with Troy D coming up in hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. Also, got to open up the booty bag, Shirley Rhodes. We will do that as well. In hour 3 of today's show, it's all ahead. We'll be back with you after this.
Hey Pirate fans, this is Blake Hardigree with ECU Baseball. I want to invite you to join our team on Saturday, February 13th, virtually for our 2021 Pirate Baseball Banquet. Our keynote speakers are former ECU players Alec Burleson and Bryant Packer. We will have an auction through the Handbid app starting at noon on Saturday, February 6th, and closing on Saturday, February 13th at 6 p.m. All proceeds from the banquet will go directly to ECU Baseball. Check ECU Baseball social media for the links and get your tickets today. We look forward to having you. Go Pirates!
Did you know time spent outdoors can help improve your children's health and bring balance to their life? The Outdoor Heritage Advisory Council invites you to join the Patch Program. This program is for any child under the age of 16 and includes activities like fishing, hunting, and hiking. These are just one of the many ways you can earn the exclusive patches from the Outdoor Heritage Council. For more information on how to sign up and get your adventure started, visit outdoorheritage.nc.gov.
You don't need a big meeting. You don't need a birthday. You don't need any excuse at all. You just need to love subs. Times 12. Order the Jersey Mike's catering box today. Jersey Mike's. Be a sub above. Tired of cooking at home? Change it up without getting up. Just order Jersey Mike's through our app for no contact delivery or no contact at the door pickup. Jersey Mike's. Be a sub above.
I'm Michael Vaughn with East Coast Grading and Utilities. Many of you know my dad, David Vaughn, and his work in putting in subdivisions all over Pirate Nation. But East Coast Grading and Utilities is not just for those type of big jobs. We're here for the homeowners. Whether it's concrete, driveways, hauling rock, or sand, whatever you need, East Coast Grading and Utilities can get the job done. Call us at 252-531-7494 or check us out on Facebook at East Coast Grading and Utilities.
It's time to pack your bags and head to CPW's for a culinary stroll through the world-famous French Quarter while counting down the days to Mardi Gras. The staff is cooking up some Cajun delights that are guaranteed to make your mouth water. Indulge, if you will, on the homemade gumbo of the day and fried green tomato remoulade, etouffee, or Cajun-style shrimp. So grab a taste of New Orleans and let the good times roll with CPW's, Stanton Square, across from the hospital in Greenville.
Here today with the closed hand, also known as Denton Hardy to his friends and family. Why F3?
Because it's at a time in my life when I need a little bit of purpose and to get up in the morning and to get going for the day, it helps me.
One letter, one number, F3. Fitness, fellowship, and faith. All workouts are free of charge and open to all men. Leave no man behind, but leave no man where you find him. Learn more today at f3enc.com.
Oh, great. It's 30 degrees in here.
No one's coming out this late.
I'm on firewood.
Dad! I'll put hot coals in our socks for bedtime. Mom!
I'm from Delcor Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing. Got an email about your heat being out?
That was me. I sent it from my phone.
I think your socks are on fire.
Delcor responds to heating emergencies 24 hours a day. Go to delcorinc.com or call 252-321-8868. Get 0% financing for 60 months on a new train system. It's hard to stop a train.
Subject to credit approval. Offer expires 3/31/21.
Hey, Troy, have you heard about The Place?
No, Jason, what place?
It's The Place. It's Washington's newest restaurant on the waterfront. The Place is located in downtown Washington in the Harbor District with waterfront seating in the back. We're open for bistro-style lunches Tuesday through Saturday from 11 to 2 and elevated comfort-style dinners Thursday through Saturday 5 to 9. Plus Sundays, we have the best Southern brunch in town.
Man, that's awesome, Jason. The Place sounds like the place to be.
It is. We look forward to seeing you there. The Place in Washington, North Carolina.
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 and 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 and 104.1 FM Washington. You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. University PC Care has been Pirate Nation's go-to IT expert since 2006. University PC Care are the local tech support experts for any of your business needs. Let University PC Care take care of it so you can take care of business. Visit universitypccare.com to learn more today. And Clip, we do have one bit of college basketball news to pass along to you. Miami at North Carolina has been postponed, likely due to the fact that there were some reports surfacing that several North Carolina players were out on Franklin Street partying after North Carolina beat Duke. And since that is considered a super spreader, they are going to go into COVID protocol at this time. So Miami and North Carolina's game has been officially postponed.
You got to know how to act. ECU beats number 5 in the country. They don't party. They've been there before. They just go back to their dorms and celebrate the win.
Been there, done that, got the T-shirt.
Tar Heels beat Duke. They're out partying, celebrating, and now they can't play a game. So the Pirates are right back in action. What a stretch for ECU. They go Wednesday, Saturday, Monday, and then Thursday, Saturday. Temple coming up for 2 games after this SMU game. Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. Troy D is here, fresh off Super Bowl 55. Hello, Troy.
Hey, Clip. How are you?
Hey, doing good.
Good to see you.
You too. You gonna talk like that the whole hour? Hey, Clip.
I'm sorry. It's just the middle of February. The sun's out. It was 50 degrees, over 50. It's just a great day.
It's February 8th. Are you okay?
I'm feeling great, Clip.
It could be a total goat rodeo.
Have you taken a lot of happy pills
I'm
today?
in a good mood today for the middle of winter. Super Bowl was fantastic.
I'm just okay. I see what you're doing. Positive Troy.
Yes.
Happy Troy.
Yes. Enough with the negativity.
I love it. I'm down with it.
It's a great time to be around. Someone stole my theme for a commercial I saw.
That is your theme. You came up with
E-Trade?
it. Yeah, that's it.
Yes.
All right. So you're doing good.
I'm doing great, Clip.
You also
feeling good, looking good,
smelling good.
Thank you.
I think my smeller's still not 100%. But yeah, and you're coming off a Super Bowl win.
I am. Look, I told you, I am a Tom Brady fan. You got to respect. First of all, the guy does it with class, whether you like him or not.
Yeah,
I don't listen.
I mean, last night he has to apologize to a guy after the game for talking junk. I don't know how much class that was showing. He doesn't. Tyrann Mathieu.
Well, he started it.
I'm just saying. You just said the guy does it with class.
Well, I think if
I'm giving you an example of him not doing it with class.
Well, Tyler shouldn't have gotten in his face to start it.
How about Tyrann?
Well, that too.
Yeah. He doesn't shake hands with quarterbacks after a loss.
The honey badger.
He's classless, Troy.
I think Tom Brady is, man.
I know. You're an apologist for him, Coach K. They can do no wrong. We know.
And he's a winner.
Yes.
You cannot deny the guy.
Nobody is denying that.
It's incredible. He goes to an average team at best and turns the whole damn thing around. Now they get some great pieces around him.
He brought his buddies with him.
He did.
Those guys are there because he's there.
Antonio Brown's only there because he rehabbed him himself and took him under his wing and babysat him. Gronk's only there because Tom Brady's there. I mean, he's basically rebuilt that team.
They brought in Fournette, I believe, pretty late into the game.
And he probably came there because Brady was there.
Yeah. So he's a hell of a GM.
I think he could be a player coach.
And he's not going to stop. Like, I mean...
Why should he?
He should.
He looks great. Keep it going. At first, I was like, you know what? If he wins, he should walk away. I think he can win again next year.
It's just amazing. Like, Breeze is hanging it up, likely. Phillip Rivers announced his retirement. Eli retired a couple years ago. Brady not only is still playing, he's winning Super Bowls. He's winning Super Bowl MVPs. And he looks like he should belong. Peyton Manning, when he won his last Super Bowl, was a shell of himself. Right. They won because they had a great defense.
Correct.
The Bucs had a fantastic defense, but Tom Brady is not holding that team back at all.
I agree.
He's making them a lot better.
Yeah, if they keep that team intact, I don't see what's stopping them next year.
Ah, man. And, you want to bet?
Yes. And not only did I felt good about it on Friday that we doubled the bet.
You did?
Going into the weekend.
A Troy D double down bet.
Which I did. I just said, hey, I'm willing to. If you are, I left it at the court. I left the ball in your court.
You were feeling good.
Yes.
And congratulations.
Thank you. Now I wish we had tripled the bet.
Bad news for you. NASCAR begins on Sunday. That's when I strike.
So, maybe I should just keep that as a credit for NASCAR.
By the way, Rick Smith coming up Thursday on PRL with us in the 5 o'clock
Coach
hour.
Smith will get his break down everything.
So for you NASCAR fans, Troy D and I are going to put out a video of our NASCAR draft,
which we always have fun because it's commentary, it's a little bit of entertainment. We pick drivers.
We don't know a ton about what we're talking about.
No, but for one day, we do sound like NASCAR experts.
Yes.
Yeah.
We sound
like Dale Jarrett, and I'm
Can you come up with a second name?
I was going to come up with Wallace.
Rusty? Rashid?
No.
Bubba?
No. God, no. Who's the guy?
Not Rusty or Bubba?
Wait. Who's the other one? They're brothers.
Waltrip.
We were going to sound like the Waltrip.
Daryl and Mikey.
Yeah. That's probably a better analogy.
You're Bobby Labonte. I'm Tommy Labonte. Whatever. Anyway, Glenn.
I want to be Michael Waltrip. I think he's funny.
I want to be Michael. Glenn will help us with that. We'll put it out on our social media. That'll come up later this week.
I got to do my research this year to see who's...
Which is Google NASCAR Power Rankings and pick down the list.
Clip, you use your methods, I'll use mine.
All right. Well, but that's coming up later this week. Kind of excited for Daytona.
It's fun. I've got a friend that I talked to today. It's actually going down there Thursday. He'll be at all the races.
How many fans are having?
They are 30%, he told me, this year, which is Daytona's a big track, so that's going to be a lot of people down at Daytona. I don't know. It holds on. So 30% would be over 30,000 people.
Yeah. Going to be a lot of people there for the 500 coming up on Sunday. Good stuff.
Well, so is normally they'd be able to have around 100. Is that right?
Yeah. Well, it says 101,000
for the stadium. Yeah. But then you've got the infield that they can have and spread out.
Yeah.
So, I mean, once again, that's a sport that there's plenty of room for people in the stands and in the infield. So I imagine people would be pretty excited about that in Florida.
Talked to Big Ed Watkins last week, and we gave a lot of credit, Troy, throughout the year to NASCAR, kind of even to golf and MMA. Like when nothing was going on, NASCAR was out there running races, and kudos to them, and looking forward to it coming back this week.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm jacked about Daytona. You watching?
Oh, yeah.
What else you got going on Sunday?
Well, Valentine's Day, but...
Oh, that is... I kind of think of it as Saturday because officially it's Sunday. Now, this is one of those interesting things when do you recognize it? I think it's actually kind of good for our local restaurants and stuff that you probably get a 2-day play out of it, maybe a 3-day play. So you could do a Friday deal.
Friday, Saturday,
I think
Sunday.
Saturday will be the bigger day, quite honestly, because Sunday's a work day for a lot of people.
A Valentine's Day weekend series, Troy did.
Yeah, it's a 3-day. It could be if you're very special.
It's a 3-day weekend.
Yeah,
3-day
for your
if you're
loved
lucky.
one.
Or if you're single, then you probably hate this holiday.
I probably wouldn't plan on going out to eat Saturday night, though, unless
I think that'll be the busiest night.
Yeah, I think Saturday night's going to be a madhouse.
Yeah. No, the traditionalists will do it on Sunday, but
maybe a nice Sunday brunch, maybe, or a Sunday afternoon.
But I see Saturday night as the big night.
Well,
sure.
Valentine's Day is always different for the Brock household because my daughter was born, much like your guy, Coach K, on February 13th, Troy.
Oh, so
that kind of is the headliner. Valentine's Day actually takes a back seat to Lily.
It should.
So we'll be doing some house partying coming up this weekend.
So your
with all
Valentine's Day happened 9 months before Valentine's Day.
Hey now, hello. So
back in 2008, was it?
Lily turning 12 coming up this Saturday.
Yeah.
So.
Boy, they grow up so fast, don't they?
They really do. I mean,
like if you think about it, when she's 18, so you only have, think about how quick this past 12 years have gone. If the next 12 years goes this fast, she'll be 24 years old.
Good math.
Is that crazy?
It's wild.
So you only have...
And I'll only be like 37. That's the weird part about it.
5-6 years left with her in the house.
Yes.
Before she's like, hey, see you guys. And knowing her, she's probably ready to do that now.
Which is nuts. I don't think so. I think she likes her folks. We'll see. We'll see about that. Yeah, one of the two. She was excited, Troy, as my wife was, about the weekend.
I saw this online. I kind of agree. First of all, and we never got a chance to talk about this before because just to show you how I knew who he was. I knew you were like, oh, you probably never heard of him. I'm well aware of him long before this Super Bowl thing. But I saw someone say it was more like the weekday than the weekend. His performance. I think he's got some. Thank you. I think he's got some good songs. The show business part of it, I was just like, I wasn't blown away by it. I think some of his songs are very good. He idolizes Michael Jackson. He loves Prince, but I don't think that performance didn't hold a candle to what Michael Jackson or Prince do.
I recognized at least 4 of those songs.
Yeah,
I was kind of surprised.
He's got some bops. He does. He's got some great songs. I think he's a very talented musical artist. I just didn't think the choreographed stuff.
Well, don't you think it was down probably 30 to 40, maybe even 50% of what it would have been?
Probably. And I'll give them the benefit of the doubt on that. Yeah, people are so critical. They love and they're looking to
absolutely
poke holes in anything. So I don't think it was as bad as if you didn't see it and you read what people say. On Twitter, God, you'd think it was the worst thing in the world. It wasn't. I just think there's a lot of people that weren't familiar with his music.
Yeah, and that's different.
Know who he was.
If you don't like the guy or like the music, that's different than how was the performance.
I actually like his music. Yeah. I thought the choreographed stuff with the face mask and the stuff.
Well,
I don't know.
Speaking of that, I don't know if you've been on Facebook in the past 24 hours, but some people have taken that and just ran with it. That the whole deal with the red suits and the face mask had all this meaning. And I don't know if you're familiar with the past few Super Bowls where people take and they assign all grades of crazy conspiracies to what things have meaning and whatnot. And it's unfortunate. It was a musical performance. It was not a demonic ceremony.
No, I don't think so either.
Christ.
Wait, what? I missed that part of it.
I do think he uses a lot. If you look at his videos, he uses a lot of religious imagery and stuff in that. But I don't.
Everybody does.
Yeah, I don't think that it was any type of demonic stuff. I didn't buy into that.
People are insane, Troy.
I didn't see that part.
Particularly people on Facebook.
You can watch us on Facebook Live, by the way.
Speaking of insane people, here we are.
Troy's wearing an interesting color today that some say is voodoo related. I don't know. I don't know.
Pirates used to participate in all sorts of things.
I don't know. I'm just making up a conspiracy.
There's skulls on the background of the backdrop back there. All
right. So the weekend. Troy's a fan of the weekend, but didn't love the performance. Okay.
Correct.
All right. Fair enough. So I thought it was kind of low, but
it's okay.
The one part
wasn't terrible, but it won't rank up in my top performances.
What I will be critical of is the part where he went into the maze and like.
Oh, I almost got what do they call
vertigo?
Yeah. I was like, geez, like I don't have like that, but if you do, and you're watching on a big screen, I could see you like getting sick almost watching that.
Flashing lights, the camera doing that.
He gave me what I wanted though, which was memes. If you're not going to be good, if you're not going to be good,
he really jumped on that bandwagon.
Yes, it did. Me looking for clip after our Super Bowl bet.
It was pretty good. I had to retweet that one.
If you're not going to be good, give us memes.
Yeah, that one was definitely that took the cake for the memes this year.
Yep.
Other than anything that happened on the field, there were some good Tom Brady ones with the, take your son to work day
and the streaker.
Yeah,
streaker.
Which, by the way, what a weird outfit that guy had on. So
what a weird decision.
He had this it looked like a bikini, like a one-piece bikini on, like almost something like Borat.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. It's like the green Borat.
But it was pink. But then he had shorts on it. But then he was like half pulled the shorts down. It was just a weird
I thought they grabbed his shorts.
No, he was like kind of pulling them down as he was running a little bit too, or they were falling down. But on the backside,
because there was a thong. Correct?
There was a thong on it.
Yeah, you get some business actions.
It was weird, but. He must have had a bet or something. I'd like to hear the backstory of why he did that.
That would be a good documentary, like catching up with famous streakers from the past.
Yeah,
why did you do it?
Consider him a streaker because he was clothed.
Oh, you got to be fully.
For me to be, if you're going to have a streaker, like we've had one at ECU before. Remember the famous streaker?
Yep.
So you think there's a delineation?
In the East Carolinian, they published the unedited pictures.
That's right.
Of everything.
That is,
which I thought was completely inappropriate at the time. I remember going, God, that is just like we don't need to see everything to know he was a streaker.
You got to risk it to get a biscuit, Bubba.
Put a little block.
But that guy was a streaker. The guy last night at the
was
Super
a runner.
Bowl, he was a runner on the field.
We got a runner.
He was a spectator on the field.
Somebody should try that kid out because if you timed his 40, I think it's pretty good.
Hey, they said he got more yardage than the Chiefs did.
He hit the end zone first.
Maybe he did it, Troy, because he knew Kevin Harlan was on the call on Westwood One.
That was good.
He lives for these moments.
As heard on Pirate Radio.
Shirley, let's hear it one more time. If you were listening to the game last night, Kevin Harlan and Kurt Warner had a great call right here on Pirate Radio.
Second down, 20, 5:03 to go. Someone has run on the field. Some guy with a bra. And now he's not being chased. He's running down the middle of the 40. Arms in the air in a victory salute. He's pulling down his pants. Put up your pants, my man. Pull up those pants. He's being chased to the 30. He breaks a tackle from a security guard. The 20, down the middle, the 10, the 5. He slides at the 1, and they converge on him at the goal line. Pull up your pants. Take off the bra and be a man. And the players with hands on hips at the other end of the field are looking at him and shaking their head and saying, why, oh why, is this taking place in a Super Bowl?
And Kevin, if you're going to run that far, get into the end zone. Don't slide at the 1. You got to score once you got on the field. Get into the end zone, my man.
Lord, now they're cuffing him. But pull up his drawers, whatever you do. 5:03 to go, timeout on the field.
Great call.
It almost sounds like a Saturday Night Live bit. Like it doesn't even sound. That was real, by the way. That's not a joke thing we put together. That was from Westwood One, which we carried the audio on last night on the radio.
Kudos to Kurt Warner playing along too. He sounded like legit mad and serious that he wanted that guy to get in the end zone.
Yeah,
like, come on. If you go that far, you got to get in the end zone.
I'm curious. So Redbeard's telling us that a YouTuber paid him to do it. So that's why I figured that there had to be some backstory to it, and I'll take Redbeard at his word on that. But I don't get the outfit. Like, just a weird outfit. And how did he get down there without getting? They've got so much security in this day and age around the field. I'd be curious, how did he breach security?
Yeah, that's why I'm saying like a 30 for 30 would be great. Like the whole story. Why did you do it? How did you do it?
Yeah.
What was how much?
It's one thing like when those girls for their magazine flashed in the World Series. They that's what they were. It was publicity for their website and magazine and stuff. And they were in the stands when they did that. But this guy got on the field.
Yeah.
So it's a little bit different.
Remember the 80s? I had like the Follies bloopers videos. The woman, the well-endowed woman would run on the field and like kiss
it was
somebody.
The Kissing Bandit.
Yeah.
I forget her name. She'd always go kiss the pitcher.
And like Tommy Lasorda and like all these.
Yeah, she was. God, what was it? I remember that as a kid.
Was it Morgana?
She was like Morgana. That's it. Yes, that's exactly. She was like the Dolly Parton of baseball.
I guess.
Well, they seem to have a lot in common.
Yeah, right.
If I remember as a kid, a young Troy Dane.
Couple things.
Remembered those images.
Yeah.
The kissing bandit, Morgana. Yeah.
Whatever happened to her?
Oh, dead or alive, Clip?
I'm going to say dead.
Me too. I hope. Rest in peace.
Too many kisses.
Google Morgana Kissing Bandit.
Morgana the Kissing Bandit.
I think that was her nickname. Am I right? Yeah, Kissing Bandit.
Years active, 1996 to 69 to 96. So I guess
it's a hell of a career.
She's still alive then, I guess.
Oh, retirement.
Yeah.
What does it say? Morgana retired.
She no longer grants interviews, Troy. Well, we got to crack the code on that. We got to get her on the show.
So she's retired. Wow.
She gave a 50th anniversary phone interview to USA Today that said she would not be giving a comeback tour. So there you go.
That's too bad.
Yeah. All right. We're covering all the bases here on Pirate Radio Live today.
It's a great throwback right there.
The Kissing Bandit. That was like that was 80s, right?
Yeah.
Basically.
70s, 80s.
Yeah. All right. Let's get a break in. We'll come back. Shirley, we need to give away something today. You want to do it right now? All right. Let's do it right about now.
Booty, 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 booty everywhere. Booty, 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 booty everywhere.
A new week, a chance for you to be a winner here on Pirate Radio Live. Shirley, we're going to open it up. What caller are we looking for?
I am going to go with caller number 12.
And we are going to give away
lunch at CPW's.
All right. Great prize on the line for caller 12, 317-1250. We'll take a timeout, come back, and have more for you on Pirate Radio Live. We're back after this.
For years, Callie Ann Phelps has been singing about Phelps Chevrolet.
Phelps Chevrolet is the one for you. Low prices, service too. See the big dealer right away. Carolina's finest, Phelps Chevrolet.
And you'll agree with what Skylar Phelps has to say.
Nobody beats Phelps Chevrolet's prices. Nobody.
The name you can depend on. Phelps Chevrolet.
Get you one.
Find new roads with Chevrolet. Then come find yours at Phelps Chevrolet in Greenville.
They say nothing in life is free. Well, we're here to tell you they're wrong. Because when you switch to US Cellular, you can get the Samsung Galaxy S21 5G for free with no hidden requirements. That's right, the Samsung Galaxy S21 5G has launched and you can get it for free with no hidden requirements. US Cellular. Terms and conditions apply. See store at uscellular.com for details.
This is Brandon Tate, owner and operator of Atlantic Wireless, an authorized agent for US Cellular since 1997. Visit atlanticwireless.com to find the store near you. We go beyond the call.
Your CBD store in Greenville has the highest quality CBD products in the country. Your CBD store is the first and only brand that carries USDA certified organic products such as gummies, honey sticks, and high absorption water-soluble liquids, which are all made in the United States. They even offer products for your pet. The educated staff will help you answer any questions, and you can stop in anytime to get a free sample. Your CBD store, locally owned and operated, open Monday through Saturday, 10 to 6, right beside Duck Donuts in Greenville.
Warren's Hot Dog Pizza, homemade lemonade.
Hey, Pirate Nation, Warren's Hot Dogs, 2 locations are open for business in Greenville and Chocowinity. Both locations have drive-through windows, so stop by today for hot dogs, pizzas, subs, apple and peach turnovers, homemade lemonade, and breakfast in Chocowinity, featuring homemade cheese, ham, and chicken biscuits, plus sausage dogs and more. Warren's in Greenville, across from Ron Ayers Motorsports, and in Chocowinity, next to the fire department. Warren's Hot Dogs. Want some? Get some.
Oh, great. It's 30 degrees in here.
No one's coming out this late.
I'm on firewood.
Dad! I'll put hot coals in our socks for bedtime. Mom!
I'm from Delcor Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing. Got an email about your heat being out?
That was me. I sent it from my phone.
I think your socks are on fire.
Delcor responds to heating emergencies 24 hours a day. Go to delcorinc.com or call 252-321-8868. Get 0% financing for 60 months on a new train system. It's hard to stop a train.
Subject to credit approval. Offer expires 3/31/21.
Hey Pirate Nation, this is Sam Jones, and we're open and here to serve you with some of the best whole hog barbecue, chicken, turkey, ribs, and homemade sides every day for lunch and dinner. There are 3 easy ways to enjoy Sam Jones barbecue. Swing by our drive-thru window or try one of our 2 curbside takeout options by calling in your order at 689 888-866-6997 or ordering online at samjonesbbq.com. We love Eastern North Carolina, and we invite you to come by and enjoy some great tasting Sam Jones barbecue today.
This is what you want. This is how you get it. For less during Bostic Sugg Furniture's President's Day sale. Beautiful furniture at historic savings up to 15% off. All in stock. Custom orders, bedding, and clearance up to 15% off. Plus 12 months special financing or 60 months special financing. Step up to better sleep on a comfortable Restonic mattress and get a free box spring. It's a President's Day sale not to be missed. Going on now at Bostic Sugg Furniture.
Hey, Eastern North Carolina, this is Miles Minges. And this is Landon Minges with Minges Bottling Group. We are proud to announce that Pepsi is once again the official soft drink of the ECU Pirates. That's right, Miles. Our family's purple and gold roots run deep. From founding members of the Pirate Club, alumni, and even a team physician, our support over the last 60 years has never wavered. We are Pirates. We're excited to be back at ECU and are honored to serve our great customers throughout Eastern North Carolina. Not only is this the birthplace of Pepsi-Cola, this is our home. Cheers, Pirate Nation. I like the sound of that. Support local, drink local, stay safe, and drink Pepsi.
This is Coach Donnie Kirkpatrick, offense coordinator for ECU football, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Orthopedics East End Sports Medicine Center of Greenville's new extended care clinic is now open Saturdays and Sundays from 10 a.m. until 2 p.m. so you can avoid the emergency department for any urgent orthopedics care. For more information, call 757-2663 or visit orthoeast.com. Orthopedics East, providing services to Eastern North Carolina and the Pirate Nation for more than 35 years. And congratulations to Mike Ward of Greenville. Picked up lunch at CPW's, and CPW's is back open every day for lunch. Their classic menu is back with all of your favorites like tortellini CPW's, Cajun chicken and pasta, classic lasagna, the garbage pizza, the stromboli, and more. Start every meal off with your favorite beverage. And CPW's fresh baked bread and garlic butter. CPW's is in the Stanton Square Shopping Center next to the hospital, and you can follow them on Facebook for daily updates. Now let's head back into Pirate Radio Live. Here's your host, Clip Rock.
Alrighty, thank you, Shirley Rhodes. The big dog, Glenn Griffin, also producing today, and later on this week, Wes Hines going to do some guest producing. That'll be fun. Looking forward to that.
That's right, Jim.
Thanks, Tony.
Tony!
Can't wait to go to the Wes Hines news desk later this week and see what he's
Yeah,
got
what
cooked
days
up.
for people that
Thursday, Friday?
I want to mark their calendar for that.
Thursday, Friday, Troy did.
We'll miss you, Shirley, but
Clip Rock, Troy D, Rick Smith, Wes Hines with you on Thursday.
What a show. Tune in 5 o'clock Thursday. Mark your calendars now.
Glenn may leave early that day.
That's going to be spectacular. What are you talking about? Glenn, and add Glenn to the mix, too. There we go. This will be awesome.
We need a man in the middle, Glenn. So
you want to talk about a whack pack? Wow.
Man,
this could be great radio. Speaking of prop bets, I put out there, I wish I don't have an active intern right now because Chandler's working for us, as a regular employee. So we don't have an active intern. If I did, I'd DVR'd the game. I'd have the intern go back and literally, I want to count how many times Tony Romo said the name Jim in the entire broadcast. I lost track at like 100. I mean, it is in the hundreds at how many times he talked to Jim, said Jim. And I'm not talking about a phrase. I'm just saying, just say his name. Jim, here we go, Jim. Yes, Jim, that's right, Jim. I mean,
it was Jim Supercut.
It was incredible. That would have been a hell of a prop bet.
Yeah.
The over-under on Jim's. I thought it was interesting, too, our buddy Zach Maskovich, Maskovich, I can't, shoot. Zach from used to be Bailey's guy. He's on the show quite a regular.
Down in Orlando.
I saw he puts out this tweet last week. He's outside the stadium. He works in Orlando now. And he's recording, they're practicing the national anthem. He's got a counter on it. And he's recording, and he puts it out there. He's like, hey, by the way, for you prop bettors, it was 216 for the national anthem. And it goes, like, the Barstool people share, like, last I checked, and this was a while ago, it had 500,000 views on it. But this is the type of thing, like, half the people loved him for doing it. The other people have a hit out on him for putting this type of stuff out. I mean, I'm a little worried about his safety. You do stuff like this with the gambling world.
Well, he got pulled.
Yeah.
The bet got pulled.
The what?
The bet got pulled.
Correct.
Yeah. Now that you know the outcome.
It is it got pulled off the board. Yeah. But you start doing stuff like that, man. People don't like stuff like that. Like,
I mean, I joked with him about getting threats in his DMs, but I'm sure he got some nasty messages in his DMs.
There's no question. And I looked on one of these lines to see what some of these prop bet results. And I always love heads for the coin toss, and it was heads. And the national anthem was 216. So it was right on exactly. They practiced it is what it was.
Pirate Radio link to it, ESPN.com. You know, the main sports, the worldwide leader, has a story. Zach Maskovich, a multimedia journalist for Orlando's West Channel 2, was working
a contributor on Pirate Radio.
Yeah, like this is the first Super Bowl that Maskovich 31 has covered. And all, you know, they have a whole
dream,
story.
Though, let's be honest. This is Zach's dream.
It would be any of our dreams, though, to have a story about us on ESPN's main page.
Yeah.
And Zach said, quote, "I just thought it was pretty funny," end quote. Some of the responses have been hilarious. Some people are really mad, end quote. So, like you said, some thought it was great. Some thought it was awful. Yeah. But, man, he affected, like, more people than any of us have ever affected at once in our lives.
You want to talk about his 2 minute and 16 seconds of fame?
There you
Shirley, you want to talk about his 2 minutes and 16 seconds of fame right there? Thank you.
Not the only time 2 minutes and 16 seconds have been said around Zach. I don't know. There's a joke there somewhere. We can workshop it.
That is,
I'll take the under on Zach with that.
Not Zach's first time on SportsCenter, though.
Oh, yeah. Remember he got hit in the groin?
Speaking of things that lasted 2 minutes and 16 seconds.
Yeah, a lot of people like to hit him in the groin again after posting.
I wish that. Oh, it is.
Is it linked to it?
This isn't the first time Maskovich has gone viral. In 2018, while covering a high school football game, a video of him getting hit with a football made it on a SportsCenter's Not Top 10.
Yes.
Holy crap.
That was a beautiful moment there.
Wow.
I mean, he took one right in the sweet spot.
So Zach Maskovich, a media darling right now, and a lot of people hate him all at the same time. So
kind of have Zach on this week. Even before he was in media, that was what happened.
That was his normal life. Yeah.
Are we going to get Zach on this week?
Yeah, I'll reach out to him.
Or is he big timing us now?
Yeah, we'll find out. I'll text him right now, see if he responds by the...
Tell him to call us right now.
You want to just call him and see what happens?
Give Shirley the number, if you don't have it. Shirley, do you have it? If not...
I'll send it to her.
All right. Let's call him live on the air.
Yeah, that's fine. We haven't done that in a while.
Yeah, I love ambushing interviews like this. We'll go total 60 minutes on him.
And Shirley, just put the pod up so you don't have to talk to him. We'll just see if he answers. I'll send you the number.
And hit the star 67 so don't scare him. No, I'm just kidding.
He's definitely not answering unmarked calls right now.
That's true. You better let it say Pirate Radio. It's the only chance we got.
Could be anybody.
All right, are we close, Shirley?
We are getting close.
We're dialing. Go ahead and pull up the pot so we can hear it dialing.
We are getting close. So one of the most talked about men Super Bowl week, Zach Maskovich. Right. We're trying to reach out to him. I have not told him we were going to call.
Let's pretend it's FBI. Hold on, I'll do my FBI voice.
Oh, boy.
You do know it's coming from the station number, right?
Yeah, that's fine.
It's all right.
What if he's on the air?
Even better.
It is 5:30.
Yeah.
Yeah, so what? We'll leave a message. We'll leave a message. See what his voicemail says.
Hi, you've reached sports anchor Zach Maskovich. I'm unable to get to the phone right now, but if you leave a message, I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Have a great day.
At the tone, please record your message. When you have finished recording, you may hang up or press 1 for more options.
Zach, this is FBI Special Agent Steve Johnson. We need to talk with you concerning the activities over this weekend. Please return our call at 252-317-1250. Thank you.
Hey, and this is Ricky Brown. I want to talk about when you got hit in the nuts with the ball. Thank you. All right, there you go. Our Zach Maskovich voicemail. So we'll try to get him on later in the week.
What do you guys want? Hey, everybody wants to talk to me now.
Yeah, really. He's on with somebody. He's on like CNN,
now
Fox News
he's
tonight.
Big timing us. Yeah, Wolf Blitzer is requested.
He's doing Wolf Blitzer and Hannity tonight.
Hey, that's how it goes.
What'd you think of the ads, by the way? I
don't remember any of them.
I live in the world of advertising.
Yeah.
So
I
feel like I'm somewhat qualified to critique ads.
This is your forte.
I agree with you, Glenn. Not many were memorable. I was kind of disappointed in the big scope of things. I think there were a couple here and there that missed the mark. I think there were a number that totally missed the mark. That you're like, what were they advertising? Well, so first of all, the key to a good ad is do you remember it? But then do you remember even what the product is? If you don't know what the product is, then it's a fail.
If the ad is so abstract and weird,
and you don't even know what they're advertising,
you remember that it's abstract and weird, but you don't know what it was about
or what the company is, then that is a fail. I thought Fiverr did a bad job with that.
Well,
what was it?
As a designer, I'm not a fan of Fiverr, so I'm glad their ad sucked.
I thought the ad was terrible. The one good one, I thought the Springsteen one where he's like trying, it was for Jeep.
Too many serious ads last night.
But I thought it was pretty, I thought where he's trying to unite the country.
There was like one funny ad. There was the Will Ferrell ad.
Oh, yeah, the Cheetos ad, which could be considered funny, I think.
And
the one for Zoom, which making fun of car dealers, which I didn't. We have a lot of friends in the car dealer business, but they try to use humor in there. It's like the guy was a prisoner. Remember?
Did you like the Costanza one? Like I didn't even understand what they were going for.
I don't even know what I saw it, and I was like, okay, he's on a hoodie, but I don't know what the ad was for. I agree. So once again, fail as an ad.
George had so much work on his face.
He looked really thin. Like he didn't look at himself.
It just didn't immediately strike me as Costanza.
Yeah. And they had to pay for the rights to that song. Believe it or not, I'm walking on air.
Expensive miss.
So
I thought this was one of the weakest, and maybe it's just the times we live in right now.
I think it was a weak Super Bowl.
Yeah, I just thought it was a terrible year for the ads.
Well, all right. Well, it was different all around, right? I mean, they tried to make it normal with the anthem and halftime being on the field.
Eric Church, who, by the way, we met here. Eric Church they did the concert with him here, with him and Kid Rock, and we got backstage. I remember talking to Eric Church,
catastrophe known by some as the catastrophe at Daly Pickling, known by the grounds crew.
Right. While that was going on, I was backstage literally talking to Eric Church. Super nice guy.
You should have been telling people to get off the grass.
Talking to Eric.
Yeah, why that whole fiasco was going on, where they were letting people up front and didn't have tickets to go up front, all that stuff. But
so did he played the guitar?
He played the national anthem.
Yeah.
And I thought he did an outstanding job. And to his credit, he put on a great concert here. I will say that. Now some of the logistics were a little bit messed up as far as everything else, but the concert itself was fantastic, I thought. And he did a great job. I love the purple jacket he had on. That thing had some swag to it.
Okay. Sure. Holy crap.
Wow.
That is a message from Zach.
Wow. Can we read it?
Long story short, he's not allowed to do interviews about the Anthem Post.
Come on.
So,
are you serious?
Corporate has got to him.
I am serious. I hadn't read the rest of the post.
Go ahead and read it out loud.
No, I'm not going to.
It's not an interview. He didn't say you can't read text.
He said I can't talk about this on air, and then told you the reasons. You don't need to read those things on air.
I'll read it if
That's
you
an
read.
end around. He's not talking about it.
If you read your last 10 texts, I'll read this. I'm kidding. I'm not going to read it.
Oh, one was from Wes. So.
Hey, boss. Carolina and Miami got canceled. All right. So no Zach Maskovich, I guess, this week, Glenn.
Wow.
He's been neutered.
Is he banned from air?
He's been the opposite of big time in doing interviews. He's doing no interviews.
He's doing
Do they just have him like at the news station held up in a closet somewhere? Like he can't leave?
I will say,
but is it one of those things, Troy, where it's like all publicity is good publicity?
Correct.
Or is it,
Yes, I ride the donkey while you can at this point. But he works for a company that's very corporate, so I get it. He's not, local ownership.
He's not us.
Yeah, correct. I did think the national champ, that flyover, me, I love a flyover. I thought it was cool. You had like one of everything. You had the B-52 bomber, you had the F-16, they had like one of best of each one coming in formation. And how they timed that is incredible.
Sure.
It never gets old. I love how right at the end, boom, that thing hits. It's awesome.
What if it's not? What if it doesn't hit and sometimes it's a few minutes off and they just do the shot not live?
I don't know. I think
I've seen it seconds off before.
I've never seen it a minute off.
I've never seen it like big time off.
I saw a good dad joke I can't believe I'd never seen before. It made me have a chuckle, and it's got to be old as dirt. But like they said, the only time you'll see the Jets in the Super Bowl. Like, how have I never heard that?
That's a good one though.
That is pretty good.
It's got to be old, right?
Pretty good.
But yeah, saw that one last night.
Yeah. Did you have the blue Gatorade? I did not pick.
No,
I would have gone orange.
Yeah, that was way down.
I did have the ponytail. The ponytail. I thought the female ref would have a ponytail, and she did.
Sarah Thomas.
So they use Gatorade in the NFL.
Well, it's whatever liquid. It doesn't have to be Gatorade, but I guess.
But that would.
The Bucks use the TB12 method drink.
Oh,
there. Yeah.
They had some TB12 powder.
But it was blue.
That was way down.
So that
on
makes
the
me
list.
think that makes me think it was Powerade and not Gatorade.
Either way, it was whatever liquid. Yeah.
Could have been New Grape. Or
wow.
Could have been Pirate Pride.
Yeah.
Except all of that is dissipated somehow. I talked to another friend that said he had an unopened can that there was no liquid in it. I'm like, where does it go to when you haven't opened the can?
It's magical.
It's incredible.
All right, let's take another time out. We'll come back and have more for you here on Pirate Radio Live as Lucy DeBow just stepped on an SMU Mustang and has been ejected from the game. So there's some news from Minji's Coliseum.
Friend just asked me, what do I know about swag? I know a lot about swag. I'm a swaggy guy.
Did you say swag and I missed that?
I did. I said Eric Church's jacket had a lot of swag with the purple.
Oh, no.
I don't even know if it was purple denim. It was purple jacket, though. Shirley, what would you call that jacket? Was it denim or was it just like purple felt?
I'd have to look at the picture because I haven't looked at the picture.
All right.
We will.
If you can pull it up, I will tell you.
We'll get a ruling on that.
Be my fashion director.
I wouldn't hold my breath on that.
I'd say if anything, Glenn is the fashion guy. At least
it looked cool. I liked it. It looked cool.
All right, we'll take a time out, come back, and have more for you on Pirate Radio Live. We're back with you after this.
Hey Pirate Nation, this is Tom Brown from Wood Buick GMC Truck. We've been serving the Pirate Nation in Eastern North Carolina for 83 years. We have 4 brands, 3 generations, 2 showrooms, and 1 goal to make sure you leave a happy customer.
This month at Wood, get a GMC Terrain. Take $6,000 off or $3,500 plus 0% for 72 months. As always, Wood is the home of the lifetime powertrain warranty for all make and models.
We're located on Greenville Boulevard next to the Convention Center, or shop us online at brownandwoodauto.com.
You've worked hard to start your business and are working even harder to make it successful. That's when it's most important to have a community bank and a local banker in your corner. This is Eric Clark from Select Bank and Trust. Our team of local bankers care about you, our customer, and the communities in which we all live and serve together. As the business and economic conditions of 2020 threw you many curveballs, our team at Select Bank and Trust remains steadfast in being responsive to your ever-changing needs. In 2021, choose Select Bank and Trust. Bank local, bank select, member FDIC.
Here with Mike Mullis from Fixed NC. And Mike, you were telling me the other day, people ask you all the time, I didn't know you did that. What does that mean?
You know, anything that involves property damage repair, call us first. If it's your crawl space, you've got interior humidity issues, a water loss, your ice maker line breaks, obviously fire and smoke, everybody knows we do those. But anything that involves interior or exterior property damage, we're your repair experts.
Mike, how can everybody get in touch with you?
252-999-0001 or fixednc.com.
UBE and PirateWear.com are proud to offer the Pirate Nation its largest inventory ever. Brand new Adidas is arriving daily, along with Under Armour, Columbia, and Russell Athletic. UBE is loaded with cargo, and new items are being added daily to PirateWear.com. Be sure to check out our children's store, The Crow's Nest, for all of your young pirates. UBE and PirateWear.com, an ECU tradition for 50 years. Go Pirates!
Did you know your small change can make a difference? The next time you visit McDonald's, please consider rounding up for the Ronald McDonald House. Your change adds up and can help many folks in Eastern North Carolina. Just $10 can provide a free night stay for families with sick children here in Eastern North Carolina and across the state. Just ask your cashier at checkout or choose to round up for RMHC when ordering through the McDonald's app. Thank you for visiting your local McDonald's owned by Dixon Foods and for your support of the Ronald McDonald House of Eastern North Carolina. BMS Builders is your premier custom builder in Eastern North Carolina. With Blackwood and Mills Creek in Greenville, Dalton's Cove in Farmville, and Belmar and Ayden, these are just a few of the developments featuring BMS Builders homes. They can build the home of your dreams. Just ask Dr. Dennis Ross in Greenville or East Carolina football coach Mike Houston. They built their homes, and they can build yours as well. BMS Builders. Give them a call at 916-1578 for BMS Builders.
When you don't have time to go to lunch, let Jimmy John's deliver lunch to you. With Jimmy John's, we can get a freaky fresh sandwich to you freaky fast. Click to order at jimmyjohns.com. Dinner's great. It's one of your top 3 favorite meals. You just don't want to have to make it. Well, with Jimmy John's, you don't have to. Whether you live in a sandwich delivery zone or heading to the store, you can always get a freaky fresh sandwich. Click to order at jimmyjohns.com.
Hi, I'm Annalie Newhoff.
And I'm Rob Campbell.
And we are with CopyPro. We have been locally owned and operated here in Eastern North Carolina for almost 50 years. CopyPro is the leader in office technology.
Does your business struggle with keeping printing costs low or producing professional documents? Here at CopyPro, total customer satisfaction is our #1 priority.
We have a variety of solutions to help reduce your printing expenses and make your business more productive. Call us today at 1-800-682-6558 or online at copypro.net.
CopyPro, we are the professional office systems people.
Hi, this is Brian Meador from East Carolina Athletics. You're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. For the latest breaking news, interesting stories, and awesome contests that can make you a winner, be sure to follow Pirate Radio on our social media on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at PR927FM. Join the close to 50,000 followers today at PR927FM. Now let's head back into Pirate Radio Live. Here's your host, Clip Brock.
Alrighty, back with you on PRL here on a Monday. Looking forward to another fun week of programs and getting you ready for the upcoming ECU athletics, including baseball, which begins next week. We'll talk to ECU softball head coach Courtney Oliver on the show this Wednesday as Pirates softball about to get underway. In fact, everything is going to get underway shortly for East Carolina athletics. A lot going on here in the next couple of months. All right, Troy D here in the Pirate Radio studios. You guys were talking about Eric Church's jacket.
Yeah, he wore
at the Super Bowl.
Everything online, he wore the purple jacket for Unity during the national anthem that's being recorded. But we're trying to figure out, is it denim? Is it some other...
It appears to be crushed velvet.
Crushed velvet. Is that different from regular velvet?
Yes.
All right.
It's when you have velvet and you crush it.
Yeah. Still very soft, I imagine.
It's very soft and it's very fine.
I got to get one of those. That'd look,
but it
look cool.
Definitely, it's not denim. It definitely does not look denim.
I got to find, they do that, where you can... what did they wear, at the Oscars, and then how you could go buy it at, a different store or something. I need to find this jacket somewhere. Think they sell this crushed velvet jacket at TJ Maxx?
Pretty sure no.
Where would you get this thing?
I got someone at Ross dressed for less.
I would love to try this thing on.
Macy's.
I think you got to have the black T-shirt underneath of it because you can't. It's hard to match purple sometimes. So.
Or a white T-shirt. You can wear a white T-shirt.
Yeah, but he looks good with the black T-shirt is what I'm saying.
Well, he looks good with the black T-shirt. You might not look good with the black T-shirt.
You don't think I can pull off this look?
I don't know.
I'd like to try. I'd like to get this purple jacket and see what happens.
And just see what happens with your life in general. It can just take off.
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool.
I'd drape my body in velvet if it was socially acceptable.
It is very soft.
That is a George Costanza line.
Velvet sheets would be very comfortable. You ever thought about that? I'm surprised they don't make them. Maybe they get hot. I don't know.
Okay.
Just an idea.
All right.
We're going down a rabbit hole that I'm not so sure we should go down.
We read Zach's tweet, and at the end of, his text to you, and it said, "Please don't read this on the air."
Correct. So I'm going to honor his wishes.
So I said to text him back, "Sorry, too late. Troy already had me read it just as a joke, but you won't do it."
So Zach is not giving.
All of a sudden, mature clip has come out.
Yeah. Zach's not giving interviews. I don't want to get the guy fired.
Yeah.
That wouldn't be good.
I know.
Then he'd have to come back here, Troy. He might have to crash on your couch. So be careful what you wish for. All right. So
can neither confirm nor deny that's happened before.
Oh, really? I was joking. I didn't know that had happened before.
I didn't say it has or hasn't. I said I can neither confirm nor deny.
The story of Super Bowl week, Zach Maskovich will not be joining us this week on the show.
It was pretty hilarious, though, how viral that thing went.
Yeah. It's kind of just like a ha-ha funny thing. Look at this. And then it turned out.
It turned into a life of its own.
A lot of people lost or saved a lot of money.
With gambling.
Yeah.
People take it very serious, Clip.
That's true.
So it's nothing to joke about.
All right. So what else did you do this weekend, Troy D? Super Bowl weekend?
Actually, I went Friday. One of the boys' friends had a 13-year-old birthday party and went to a new. Actually, I'd never been to this place before. It's called Drive Shack in Raleigh. It's like a
driving range.
It's like a Top Golf.
Yeah.
If you've ever been to Top Golf or seen Top Golf, it's basically the same exact thing, but a competitor to it. The place, and I was like, I'm not a big into golf, so I got to tell you, that's some of the most fun I've had. It was a couple of adults went to chaperone the party,
It was phenomenal. Like, first of all, imagine like a sports bar. And they had the ESPN East Use playing, and we got TVs, like you got a private suite area. They bring you all the food and drink you want. You can play all these different games off the, we're on the higher level, so you're, driving balls into the range, but there's different games you can play and stuff. And unbelievable time. To me, this is the way to play golf. Like, I would only play golf at Drive Shack or Top Golf or Mini Putt-Putt. Forget the 18-hole golf course. This is the way to do it, my man. It was unbelievable. Like, 2 hours went by like in 10 minutes. And about an hour in, because the kids had their own like couple bays, we had a couple bays to ourselves. I joked about an hour in, I had forgot we were at a birthday party for them. Like,
you thought it was for you.
We were having more fun than they were. Like, I completely forgot we were at a kid's birthday party.
These look like they're in bigger cities, but they're like triple deckers. Is that how it was?
Yes.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
that was pretty cool.
I think they spent probably multi-millions in this facility. It's absolutely incredible, amazing facility. It's super fun, and as I said, I'm not a huge golf guy, and I loved it. But this is the way to play golf, I think.
Some Top Golfs are like on top of buildings. I mean, they're in the city. I don't know if you've seen those.
I have not, but
and I don't know if you've seen this. Speaking of Top Golf, that they have a tour that goes around to the bigger college stadiums, where they set up a Top Golf type environment with the different like colored holes and this, that, and the other.
Oh yeah.
Where you
in
can
the
go,
stadium,
where you can go. Like one of the ones I saw coming up. You can go play golf or Top Golf between the hedges down at Georgia.
Cool. Yeah, that's pretty
And so
neat.
they're doing like Georgia, Knoxville, Tennessee, Michigan, Ohio State, so on and so forth. Your big campuses, your big stadiums.
But that was my Saturday.
That's a pretty good Saturday.
That was fun. So we, they rented a van. We took everybody up there, and it was a great day. And it was a nice day Saturday, so we call it, a break there. But I guess even you're outdoor, but you're still covered. So I think even if it's raining, you can still play.
We had took my parents' Christmas presents on Saturday.
Wow, it's a belated Christmas.
Because of course we had the COVID Christmas, and we've been pretty healthy since then. But like last weekend, for example, I said, "Mom, we'll go over there today." And I was watching the Richard Ramirez documentary on Netflix.
I hear that's pretty dark.
And it was cold and raining.
Oh, gosh.
Basically, it was cold and raining, and I was like laying in bed, and I sent to Mom, I'm sorry. So she was disappointed. So there was a few weekends like that where I was just lazy.
Yeah.
A lot of weekends we weren't healthy enough to go. But we finally...
So you picked a murderer over your parents.
Well, yeah.
Documentary.
I don't want to say it like that.
Have you watched the Britney Spears documentary yet?
No.
What's it called?
Speaking of Richard Ramirez, Britney Spears.
Well, you were talking about documentaries on Netflix.
What's it called?
I'm not sure what the actual
this the Justin
name.
Timberlake one?
This the one where Timberlake is made out to be pretty much a dick.
Let's not say that word.
I'm sorry. sorry.
Yeah, what
sorry.
are you doing?
We're not in the break room. Remember, we're on the air, Glenn. Situational awareness.
Wow.
Just call him a jerk.
Not a JT guy. No, Glenn, I have not seen that.
Supposedly it's pretty good.
What's it called?
It's called Justin Timberlake, is it?
Yeah, now I gotta see it.
Let's see what
Palmer is the name of it, apparently.
What is it?
Palmer? Why is it the name Palmer? Shirley?
No,
not the movie.
Good grief. We're way off here.
We were talking about the Britney Spears documentary on
Britney
Netflix.
Spears documentary is called Framing Britney Spears.
Oh, that's it. Yep,
Framing
I read an article on it today.
Or Free Britney? What is it?
It's Framing.
Okay,
Britney. Yes.
I have no interest in watching that.
Really?
To be honest,
Was it good?
I mean, I have read that it's good.
Okay. And you're not a Britney guy, so
No, but I would be interested in it because it's kind of about the marketing side and how that can kind of take over your life when you're a star like that, and how the paparazzi's after you, and then you got your...
Yeah, I hate those stories.
I thought about the one you were watching.
You watched the Ramirez doc.
But I thought that'd be
that's a happy, good time.
I heard it's very violent because they show you like a lot of the reenactments of it. Is that true?
Yeah, well, they show real police photos too. I kind of look away at those. But
I just don't know if I want to see you know me. I'm being positive, happy now. I don't need that bringing me down.
Don't watch that.
Yeah,
I just find it fascinating how.
Maybe the next rainy, cold day, I'll break that one out.
Because they interview the detectives that were on the case and everything, and
he was in California, correct?
Yeah.
I remember watching something on Ted Bundy. That dude was pretty sick too.
Yeah, he was kind of scary because he was
blended in like as a normal,
looking dude.
Yeah,
and handsome by some accounts. Like he was not your typical troll looking. What you would think of when you think of a serial killer.
Yeah,
like Gacy and even Manson.
Yeah,
and all
right.
them. So.
Right. Manson fits the profile.
All
Sure.
right.
Yeah.
Sure. Let's get our final break in.
As we do, let me remind you, if you are looking to confidentially buy or sell a business here in Eastern North Carolina, you can call our friend Tony Corey with Trans World Business Advisors. 347-9606 is his number. Where do you start if you're trying to get in business or get out of your business? Tony Corey is where you start. Transworldeast.com is the website. He can help you sell your business or help you buy one. I have over 150,000 pre-qualified buyers in their database alone. And if you're ready to be your own boss and run your own company, then give him a call. He can get you in business. Once again, 347-9606. And if it's time to exit your business and you want to sell it confidentially, he can do that for you too. Thanks to Tony Corey and his team with Trans World Business Advisors.
All right, we will take a timeout. Good news, our strict dad has chimed in. I think Glenn will not lose his job. Cool dad Troy, he reprimanded you, but strict dad has also chimed in. We're okay, I think.
Okay.
We're good to go.
Can you say what he said?
Yeah.
Is that radio friendly?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Richard is a more radio friendly name.
Yeah.
With the gif of "Oops, I did it again." So strict dad Ellerbe made a joke out of it.
Appreciate him listening.
Thanks for listening.
Thanks for
Jonathan.
tuning in. That was just a test to see if he was listening. You passed the test, Ellerbe.
We'll take a time out, come back, and wrap it up after this.
Hey Pirate fans, this is Blake Hardigree with ECU Baseball. I want to invite you to join our team on Saturday, February 13th virtually for our 2021 Pirate Baseball Banquet. Our keynote speakers are former ECU players Alec Burleson and Bryant Packard. We will have an auction through the Handbid app starting at noon on Saturday, February 6th and closing on Saturday, February 13th at 6 p.m. All proceeds from the banquet will go directly to ECU Baseball. Check ECU Baseball social media for the links and get your tickets today. We look forward to having you. Go Pirates!
I can't think of anyone who doesn't love a clean car, but how often do you actually go to the car wash? Does it take too long, or maybe it's just not a very nice place? Tommy's Express changes everything. Our wash is bright, inviting, clean, and fast.
I love the flat conveyor belt. So easy to pull onto, much smoother ride, and safer for my car.
And when you join Tommy Club, you can wash as often as you like for one low monthly price.
I save money and time.
We're Tommy's Express.
Tommy's Express Wash, now open on the corner of Greenville Boulevard and Red Banks Road in Greenville.
In studio with Dr. Shondell Jones today from Kinetic Physical Therapy. What's new for 2021?
Well, 2020 has been a tough year for a lot of people, especially with the pandemic. And so, listen, we've got a way that people can kind of get that control back. We call it a power up package to start the year. And it's a mix of health coaching and personal training so that people can actually meet those goals and get back in shape. So to meet your goals in 2021, go to kptonline.com or give us a call at Kinetic Physical Therapy and Wellness at 364-2806.
Did you know time spent outdoors can help improve your children's health and bring balance to their life? The Outdoor Heritage Advisory Council invites you to join the Patch Program. This program is for any child under the age of 16 and includes activities like fishing, hunting, and hiking. These are just one of the many ways you can earn the exclusive patches from the Outdoor Heritage Council. For more information on how to sign up and get your adventure started, visit outdoorheritage.nc.gov.
Villa Verde on 10th Street, Greenville's only Dominican restaurant, now features a brand new lunch menu, Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. Choose from your favorites like the Villa Verde Burger, the Veggie Burger, the Cuban Sandwich, the Dominican Club, the Villa Wrap, the Vegetable Sandwich, the Big Papi Steak Sandwich, or create your own bowl, all with your choice of side and a drink for under $10. If you're looking for a high quality, healthy, and affordable lunch, Villa Verde is your place. Villa Verde, a platform for good.
Your future is yours to create, and with the leadership development of Army ROTC, you're capable of taking command of it. Even in the midst of a pandemic, enrolling in Army ROTC prepares you to thrive as a full-time college student. Our specialized elective courses will equip you with the skills necessary to succeed in life, all while earning money for education. A strong future takes a strong force. Find out how to lead at goarmy.com/ECU. To learn more, contact Dale Anderson at 252-622-5346 or Anderson DH at ECU.edu.
They say nothing in life is free. Well, we're here to tell you they're wrong. Because when you switch to US Cellular, you can get the Samsung Galaxy S21 5G for free with no hidden requirements. That's right, the Samsung Galaxy S21 5G has launched and you can get it for free with no hidden requirements. US Cellular. Terms and conditions apply. See store or uscellular.com for details.
Does the idea of going to your local U.S. Cellular store make you feel a bit uncomfortable? Tired of the hassle of waiting and wearing a mask? Let Toby Williams and his outside sales team take away that worry. They will come right to your home or office and drop your phone off on the porch or at the front desk for you. Saving you time and worry is what the team at Cellular Warehouse is all about. Call Toby today at 252-799-7051 and let them help you with all of your wireless needs. Cellular Warehouse, your local U.S. Cellular authorized agent.
This is ECU head baseball coach Cliff Godwin, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Taking a look at your stock market report. It was a good day for the market. The Dow was up 237 points at 31,385. The NASDAQ was ahead 131 points at 13,987. And the S&P was up 28 at 3,915. That's your Wells Fargo Advisors financial report. For a personal look into investing, call Wells Fargo Advisors today at 756-6900 in Greenville. Wells Fargo Advisors, LLC, member SIPC. Now let's head back into Pirate Radio Live. Here's your host, Clip Brock.
Alrighty, Pirates down by 6 at halftime. And the Minjies will have all the fallout from that game coming up tomorrow on Pirate Radio Live. We'll hear from Joe Dooley. We'll also hear some Cliff Godwin audio as well. Troy, next time we talk on a Monday, it'll be baseball game week.
God, I know. Can you believe it? I mean, it's flown by.
And
it'll be here before you know it, Clip.
That's right. That is absolutely
this has been a wild show. We've covered a lot of ground, a lot of different topics, man. This was an incredible program today.
We went all over the place.
This was a lot of fun. Even this last hour, boy, you better buckle up. This was moving fast.
Well, welcome back, Troy, on Thursday. Rick Smith.
A real Richard with us. Richard Smith.
That is correct.
Rick Smith will be with us on Thursday at 5.
That was good. That was pretty good.
Oh, my goodness.
Glenn has been banned for 21 hours. He'll be back 3 o'clock on Tuesday.
He's got a 21-hour suspension.
Yeah.
But we need him at 3, so it'll be lifted outfield guaranteed at 3.
He'll be back at 3 tomorrow.
Yeah.
Shirley Rhodes, we'll see you tomorrow as well. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. We'll talk to you again Tuesday, 3 o'clock, with an all-new edition of Pirate Radio Live. So long, everybody.
Thanks for listening to Pirate Radio Live, an exclusive presentation of the voice of the Pirate Nation. This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 at 92.7